loudly.
Yep. Zyers was wrecked after that fight, so he is resting.
Okay. Yeah, you guys able to rest up through the evening, through the night. If anybody needs to prepare their spells for the next day.
Yeah.
And then I would imagine as you all wake up and head downstairs, if any of you guys have anything else you want to do, otherwise you're all welcome to.
I believe there was a large breakfast that was supposed to be prepared for a member of the party. If I can remember.
Well, listen, I mean, if I know that people are starving, I don't want to, I don't need to have like the absolute biggest breakfast you've ever seen. I could have something like more modest.
As you are saying this, as you walk down the stairs, you get to the bottom floor, and on a reserved table at the inn, you just see just a huge spread of food just laid out across the table.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if they already went through all the trouble to make it, it would be rude to let it go to waste. So I'm not going to let these poor idiots are starving. I'm not going to let them have the food. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's dig in.
There's bacon, there's fruit, there's large sausage, different pastries, anything and everything is assembled here on the table for you.
You, Kami. I was awfully hungry last night, so I wanted to make sure you were well fed.
That is so nice. I cannot believe it. I mean, listen, food is my love language. This is the nicest thing you could have done for me.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Delia.
Delia, you give us liquor. You give us food. You're being so nice to us.
Is that for everybody, or is it just for the Kami here?
I mean, the big man's not going to eat this entire table of food, so I guess
no.
Don't tempt him. He could.
I
know.
No, that's true, that's true. But no, of course, I'm going to share it with all of you. You fought hard yesterday. You also deserve a big reward. Eat up.
I think after the last few days, I've had enough rats for a while for food. So if I could have some, that'd be much appreciated.
Come here, feathers. Come on.
Yeah,
have a potato.
It's here, but we'll work on it.
Okay.
It's in here.
One of the staff kind of like approaches with like a bowl of like seeds and is like not sure if he's supposed to like place it on the table.
That's racist.
I would.
He's just like
some racist
like,
bullshit.
Throwing it
That
outside,
is.
not really sure.
Kami's gonna see this, and Kami's gonna because he's just a big fucking doofus. He's gonna go, oh, perfect, my favorite, thank you. He's gonna take it, and he's gonna just like throw it back and like crunch on a bunch. It's good fiber for the day. I always have this. This is a delicacy where I come from.
I would come over and I would like grab a handful and like put it in like a sack. I'm like, dude, nice. Like I make some trail mix out of this.
Exactly.
just a long pause as this guy's just standing there like, did I do the right thing? And then he just walks away.
I'm just staring at him like.
He does not make eye contact at all.
Well, I think I have a broken tooth, but otherwise. So.
Well, we got the violence out of our system, at least for a while. I believe we had some things to check up on with the captain.
We do.
We did. What were we supposed to do?
I was hoping you would jog my memory of what the captain had told us to do.
Yeah. Is it here? Not the captain, but it's the dwarf pick masonry, and we have to go get shown where the into the sewers as to where the rats are heading, and only they can show us where that is because we didn't ask them to show us last time. So we have to go there. They have to show us, and then we're gonna sneak in at night and we're gonna figure out what's happening with these rats.
I almost died yesterday, so thank you. I have jogged my memory.
Yeah, I always have a lot going on. Yeah. But Kami, you know, I can undo this. I just was really excited last night about your victory with the dragon. So I did a little, I sewed a little special something onto your shirt. If you want to take a look, I can take it out. But I just thought, you know, you should be really happy about the fight that we had. You can't. Well, I know.
It's
It's like here can describe it.
A white lizard.
It's a white flying lizard. It's an attempt at the dragon. I'm still sewing isn't my forte.
You put that on my desk?
I did.
Oh, that's perfect, man. Because because he points to the tattoos all over himself. That's what we do at the Toboro. We commemorate our family's victories and the stories of our ancestors. With art on ourselves, and now I can start commemorating some of my own victories.
I was pretty engaged with the dragon, but weren't you in the well for most of the fight?
No, I wouldn't say most. That would imply a majority of the fight, and I don't think that's. No. I mean, I killed the scorpion, and I fought the other thing that we fought.
I'm pretty sure I killed that one, but it's okay.
Well, I definitely helped.
You did. Okay.
Well, Zahir, I have to say that when you were going like with your talons at the dragon, I mean, I know you love death, but it seemed like you had a death wish, and so I mean, it looked awesome. It was really cool, but just let's make sure that we're not getting that close to death in the future.
But that's only when we're truly alive. Listen,
did you feel truly alive?
As love death, but one of these days we'll sit down and I'll show you the way. Now that I've gone back to my quarters and I've recovered some of my holy texts, we can dive through them together.
Yeah, no, I had when I saw that, I was quite impressed, fellas. I wouldn't say you had a death wish. You had bravery, is what you had. You were not backing down from that dragon. You could have flown anywhere or tried to hide, but no, you stood your ground, or you stood your hair, I should say. But
a bit reckless, perhaps. A little dangerous, but why not live life on the edge?
Well,
the edge of a well.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You're like a little now like uncomfortable with the amount of praise that you're all saying.
Kami, shake it off, Kami. Just it happens.
Hey,
don't dwell on it.
Guy.
Yeah.
Well, it happens, yes, but it happened in front of a giant arena full of people that were supposed to be watching me do something really cool, and I fell.
Again, just don't dwell on it.
Maeve, you're gonna have to stop.
I'm sorry. I'll add that to my list, my notes of jokes that don't run well.
Maeve, you did a great job.
Okay.
I love the best, mate. Thank you.
Space them out.
That's very cool. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
Thank you for not embroidering a well.
Should we
get it? Well.
Oh my God.
So what do? We have a whole day now to wait before we go to the sewer. So what do we?
Gold. Why not spend it? Should we do some shopping?
Well, do we want to? I'm just wondering what do we expect to find at the end of the sewers? Right, these are where the rats are going. They're gonna lead outside of the city.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Good question. I mean, we didn't really They didn't really tell us what we were searching for so much in the sewers as maybe just like some sort of, I don't know, something out of the ordinary that might be some sort of clue as to what the fuck is going on.
Maeve, you said something?
Hmm?
You said my name.
Oh, you're familiar with the city. Do you know, like, do all the sewer, like, where they lead to? Would you have any idea, like, if this could take us out of the city or not?
Like any city, there's a whole network of underground maintenance tunnels and sewer tunnels. I mean, I had a sewer underground tunnel network that I transported the fallen from the arena up to the academy. I'm sure there are many like it that lead to, both inside and outside the city, unless I am incorrect, and then at this point the DM can step in.
Yeah. So you had used some of these kind of underground passages, and what you were familiar with is as the city grew and expanded, they actually built on top of the old city, and so some of the ruins of the old city are still kind of around, and they're kind of part of the sewer system as well. Um, and so that's all kind of it's a bit of a maze and a whole other city underneath all this, but it's not that there's anything there. It's just kind of the remnants of it. And it is kind of a tangled web. So, um, you know, nothing that you've experienced that would, you know, um, look like what you've kind of been told about, but it's pretty much what you said.
So we should, yeah, I agree, but we should go shopping. We should get some stuff that we might need to be able to, get
Fight
through
rats.
dark, yeah, fight rats, get through dark, damp sewer tunnels. Yeah, maybe a few potions would be good for all of us. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. We don't have any of those. That's a good point, babe.
Yeah, I could give us more. I can make us more of those mushrooms, but those are like one. It's not gonna like actually heal you. It'll just not. You won't die. So
Right.
I'm interested to learn more about these at another time, I guess, but very fascinating.
the mushrooms.
No, the type of magic that you can use to bring us back.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like my little mind palace comes from there. If I feel like people are gonna get knocked down, I'm like, I meditate. I just am able to do it.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, man. I just like helping out where I can.
Well, we're grateful for it.
You see, now don't take this in a negative way, but I see why that crazy lady at the academy was fascinated by you.
Oh yeah, no, it's totally cool to be fascinated with me. It's her handsiness that really is just annoying.
It was a bit much.
Yeah. It's like one thing for people to be like, "Oh, that's weird," like that's cool, and another thing to be like, "I want to measure your skull." That's where it, like draws a line of being creepy.
Ugh.
I'd say
I'm glad
so.
you said skull and not something else.
Yeah, well, there's been plenty of that as well.
Well, Zaire,
Well,
do you know any maybe, I don't know, like other shops I mean, we've been to the market square, but it seems like the wares there were a bit more general. Maybe we want something a bit more specialized, that I just don't know what the city has.
I think in some of the higher end districts, there's going to be some specialized stores. And if I had the map of Gel Lida up, I could reference it off the top of my head, but I do not. So, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, what are you guys looking for? I know, Ziggy, you are somewhat familiar, if not close, with a woman named Madame Gorgana. She runs the herb, potions, and other remedies store
Yeah.
in the city. There's Arcana Adjacent, which is honestly nobody knows.
Is it
There is
Arcana adjacent?
there you go. There's the Smithy, leather worker, whatever it is that you're looking for. What do you? There's probably a store somewhere that would sell what you're looking for.
I think definitely the potions are our first stop because I got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Gargana's got potions and shit. I mostly go there for like, just odds and ends herbology wise, but she makes her own
Are there like
stuff.
any stores or shops that would sell like magical items or books or things of that nature as well that we can
Oh,
see?
yeah, Arcana adjacent.
Arcana
Probably.
adjacent is probably the one that you would be most aware of. However, within the city of Gel Lida, Ziggy, you might realize this, and Zaire, you probably would know as well. Within the city of Gel Lida, the creation and peddling, essentially, of magical items is typically done and reserved for the Guild of the Magi. They are the arcanely proficient, right? Individuals in the city, and they kind of are dicks about it. They will, they
Not
will,
shocked.
they will potentially sometimes take on jobs to produce or enchant magical items if they kind of feel like it, if they maybe need the cash for some of their own endeavors. But most of the time, they don't really feel the need to. Like, magic is their sort of private club, and they don't necessarily feel the need to have other people in on it. So,
You can't sue
um,
us.
Arcana
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Come on.
Yeah, so Arcana Jason's probably the one that would be most likely to maybe have something of what you're looking for. But it's kind of a weird relationship here in the city.
Kami might check out the leather workers too, just to see if they got anything cool.
So, where do you want to go first?
Leather workers first. For me.
You're gonna go to Namita's Fine Leatherworks first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's also probably one of the closer ones to where you, where you all are anyway. So towards the center of the city in the Armored Quarter by the City Guard headquarters, is Namita's Fine Leatherworks. And as you all, if you all are going or not, whoever goes that way, you see a relatively unassuming kind of storefront to it. A small kind of almost house in the middle of this kind of district of other houses and things where people generally live. But there's kind of a big window in the front of the house, and you see a number of kind of mannequins of sorts with different articles hanging on it. And as you step in through the door, you're immediately kind of hit with that like leather smell and the kind of tanning of leather, and it's kind of dark, not really well lit in there for the most part, despite the window. The windows are all kind of blocked up with merchandise. But it is a fine shop, and you see a relatively young man just kind of fiddling around with various things within the shop. Kind of just turns and nods to you all as you walk in, and then goes about his business.
Well, Maeve, are you looking for anything in particular?
I am. I've been thinking if we're gonna get into more scuffle, that Loon should have a little bit more protection. So I was thinking, if this is a really good leather worker, maybe they could make something like small, like a little like thing to go around Loon to protect them, just in case they're involved in any sort of a scuffle with us. Just I'm worried about them. So if they could just have a little like leather piece of armor that could fit him, that he'll be more protected. So I'm just here to look around for that.
My Luna's a ball of goo.
I feel like you need
Right.
more protection than Loon. Perhaps.
I mean,
Goo
I'll
is
look.
goo is pretty pliable. I don't know if leather armor is really what he needs.
I don't know, maybe a little helmet in case he's with me when I'm flying around. Just some sort of protection for him. And of course, I'll look for myself as well, just to see what my options are.
No,
Will
of course.
it into the goo? Is that how this works?
I'm not there, but I want Loon to be wearing a little hat so bad.
Does it sit in the center of Loon like a Jello mold?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you earned that gold fair and square from the fight yesterday. You spend it however you want.
As you're all kind of standing around discussing, the individual who was kind of nodded to you all as you walked in kind of approaches, says, "Hello, can I help you all with anything today?"
Yes, hello. I should say, are in the hunt for a very unique piece of leather armor. If that's maybe something we could commission you to help with.
I'm always happy to take on some new jobs. What is this for you, my friend?
No,
Someone
it's for a living booger.
Loon, don't be shy. Don't be shy, Loon. Loon, come here. And then he's gonna pop out and sit on my shoulder. For him.
Can you make booger armor?
Always open to a challenge. What is that?
He's a slug.
It's a big slug.
He's very big. He's very friendly.
Uh-huh. Forgive me, I don't like bugs.
He's not a bug.
He's got bug-like features is the thing. He's fine. He's very cute. I'm very happy for you. Hold on, just a minute. And he kind of goes to the back. And after a minute, he reemerges with another individual by his side. And as he comes back, you see looks like a half elven woman. Excuse me. And as he comes out, he says, "I'm sorry. This is my apprentice, Alasha. She's gonna help me take some measurements because she's gonna help me." And so Alasha kind of approaches and just kind of holds out her hand to you, Maeve.
Hey, Alasha.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Alasha. I'll bet you didn't expect this was going to be your summer
Yeah.
internship, huh?
I am learning. There's always a new challenge with Namita. It is
Yeah.
always exciting. What
I
is
like that perspective.
what is
Yeah.
what is your friend's name here?
This is Loon. And so then I take him in my hand, 2 hands, because he's really big. And I'm like, okay, Loon, you're gonna go with Alicia just for a little while for some measurements. Don't be alarmed.
Alasha.
Alasha, don't be alarmed, okay? And then I hold my hands out.
All right, she kind of takes Loon and kind of puts Loon down on a small, almost like a working table. And as she's doing this, she kind of is taking some measurements and things, and Namita turns back to you all. Says, "You're looking for like a decoration for this, or what is it that you need from me?"
You're just gonna laugh.
Just, Namita, just a little bit of protection, something that can protect Loon a little bit
I'm
more.
looking for like some leather armor for
Yeah.
this one. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, material cost shouldn't be high for something like that. Just really have to pay for the custom work on it. A job like that, if you're looking for it, we could probably do it in a couple of days for, I don't know, call it 5 gold.
That that's a deal. May have never had like this much money before, so she just like sold. Great, done. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I mean, normally it might be more. It's just I mean, I think we could just use scrap leather for it. So really, we're just charging you for the man hours on that one. Yeah, no. If you guys want to come back in a few days, I'm gonna let Alasha finish up taking some measurements here, and we should be able to have it done in a few days. I don't really know. I've never done anything like this before. So come back in a few days. We'll try it on. If we need to make some adjustments, we can do so then. But yeah, we'll give it our best shot. What is he? I mean, I've never seen one of these before. Where's he? Where are you from? Where's this from?
Well, we're from the Feywild.
Wow. Wow, that's unique. Well, it'll be an honor to armor up a Feywild visitor.
He's gonna look so great.
Is there
Thank
any customization that you wanted to add to it? Anything that you were looking for? Particular tanning, color, anything that you need?
No, I mean, you're really the experts here. So if you or Alasha have any ideas on what would look best on Loon, you know, what tint or whatever, then I'll defer to you.
We will do our best. We
Okay.
pride ourselves on our work, and that extends to the smallest of the jobs that we do. So, yeah, I would say if you want to try early next week, middle of the week, maybe you can come back and we'll give it a try, see if it fits.
Okay,
All right.
that's great.
Well, and he kind of just
Tommy,
finishes taking up, and then she, Alasha, kind of like scoops up Loon and just kind of holds him back out to you.
does it look like he's happy? Is he happy? Did he have a good time?
I think he's just kind of confused. He doesn't really know what's going on. But he just
Okay.
kind of holds his arms
Okay.
out to you.
Okay. Come back.
I love that they're making it's basically a giant leather cup holder for this slug. It's like a koozie. It's a Loon koozie.
Exactly what it is.
Oh, love it.
Yes, Namida, thank you for this. Do you also have any, I'm just curious, do you have any sort of like bracers or something that's like a good sort of like sturdy, material or something, but not armor. Like armor like impedes, my battle style. It's not really what I do, but I don't know, sometimes little enhancements like that can be beneficial.
Are you looking for more style, or are you looking for something that might give you sort of more of a boost?
I'm less about the cosmetic and more about the practical. I mean, look at me. I already look pretty cool,
Oh, yes, very, very well adorned. I appreciate that.
Do you like my vest? My friend put some pictures on it.
Check it out.
This
It's
was
a dragon.
did you turn around for him,
Yeah.
Tommy? Oh, okay. This were you one of the crew that I heard it took down a dragon in the pit?
As a matter of fact, we are the crew that took down the dragon in the Reapers Playground.
We all
Diane, shut up! Shut up! No, we don't did a part, and it was a great team effort all around. So that was us.
I heard it was a sight to behold. That is something, truly something.
If everybody could see it too, that would have been good too.
I tell you what, I don't have anything that might give you sort of a boost beyond more of just a cosmetic look. However, if you wanted to potentially go and harvest some of that dragon scale, I've never had to work with anything like that before. If you could get some extra, I might be able to turn that into something for you. It would be quite an undertaking, but it is something that I am willing to try.
That would be the coolest fucking thing that I've ever seen. Yes, well, as the slayers of this beast, it will be no problem to get some of the scales of said beast for you to craft for me. We'll be back!
Very
You
good.
made a sentence.
So happy for you.
And then telepathically to Zaire, you hear, you got to get us down to get that killed. Where would they take it?
He's just kind of like Zaire's like looking at all the merchandise and just kind of like.
Zaire, I will give you every rat you've ever wanted. I will give you a whole. I'll find you a fucking capybara, and it will be the biggest rat you've ever had. Get, I need those scales, Zaire.
We'll see. I'll do my best.
Okay, and then back out loud. Well, we'll be back. Hopefully with the scales, and if not, at least for the cup holder.
I did.
Oh, the armor. Yes. No, of course.
Before we leave,
Don't leave the armor.
before we leave, Zaire's just gonna like point, like gesture at like some of the like standard armor that's on the wall and be like, all of this is worthless. Learn to fight without it, and then just walk out.
He just kind of ponders for a second and then just starts talking to Alasha.
Whirl is browsing, kind of just looking around the store while this conversation's happening, and is going to look at some of the leather pieces that are on the wall, and she is going to attempt to
Yeah,
steal
she
one
is.
of them.
Yeah, the fuck she is.
Okay.
So she's
what
already got light
exactly-
armor.
Brr, brr,
She's
brr,
got,
brr,
like-
brr, brr.
What are you
got, like,
trying to steal?
Um,
So you've got like there's some regular leather armor, a couple things of studded leather. You've got hide armor on the wall. There's a leather shield, it looks like, of some kind.
Ooh.
There's a sling on the wall that looks like it's like a slingshot, but it's more of like you can like throw, you know what I mean, like one of the twirly sling ones. A water skin, just like a nice leather kind of water skin that was used for traveling and things. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
something small, probably something like the sling, or a smaller, like.
Okay.
Even something small to put my dagger in,
Oh, like a little sheath.
like a little, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Make a sleight of hand check for me.
27.
Well,
What?
fucking road
I
shit,
have
man.
plus 11.
Keep all your stuff extra locked up around Delia.
Seriously.
Delia will steal you.
Yeah, you
Delia will Delia.
you slip the sling just kind of like into your bag. As they're like kind of having this conversation and all this is going on. And as you continue to look around, you see a very nice leather with like a little bit of metalwork around the outside as well. And it is essentially a like an underarm holster. So it kind of like wraps around your shoulder, and it has a dagger that kind of sits right underneath kind of where your arm is in a leather sling there. And you manage to just kind of nick that and put it away, and you kind of look around and everybody's just going about their business still. So you walk away with the sheath, which is worth about, well, you're not really sure, but pricing in there, it's probably anywhere from 5 to 15 gold. And then the sling, which is just a regular sling, simple ranged weapon.
Perfect. And in Delia's head, she's just thinking to herself, it was so good of me to provide Kami with that huge breakfast this morning. I might as well treat myself.
And none of you notice any of it. None of you have the slightest inclination that this is happening.
Nope.
I'm not there,
Well, Ziggy definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And then as you guys kind of finish up there, is there anything else you wanted to do while you were in there? Anybody?
Let us go to the arcane adjacent place, and then we can attempt to get back into the arena for your heavy and unwielding and dragon scales that you need for your armor, I guess.
Perfect. Let's go.
So you guys are heading
Come on,
to
man. We're going to a nerdy place. Let's go.
Where is Ziggy? Ziggy, were you waiting outside for us?
No, I was gonna do something else while you guys went to
Oh,
the
all
store.
right. Where were you
Okay.
headed?
I wanted to go to the lady who studies me. I do not remember her name.
Yeah. Let's pull up all.
I have it written down. I'm gonna beat you to it.
I got two.
Professor Lathina Gidra.
Yes, Lathina Gedra.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Professor Gedja. And I want to talk to her about the dragon.
So you head back to the academy.
Yeah.
You go through a similar process as last time. Somebody comes in, they go get her, she comes out, escorts you back in.
Yep.
And as you kind of settle down into her office, she's there, kind of looking excited that you're back, you know. And she says, welcome back. I wasn't sure I was gonna see you again so soon, but I'm very happy that I have. What are you here for? What can we do?
So I don't know if you heard, but me and the group that I'm with kind of like killed a dragon last night.
Her eyes kind of go wide for a second. She's like, yes, I did hear. Well, I heard that they captured a dragon, which was truly magnificent. I do wonder how many more there are. Are we gonna see more of them? This is the first one. She kind of just goes on for a minute. She just
Yeah.
like gets into herself.
Well, like
until you know.
without even, she started answering the question that I was going to ask her without even asking it. So I want to hear her rant. Basically, I'm gonna egg her on to tell me like, what does she know about dragons? Like, was that like the only one that anyone's seen in a while? Like, I know that they're just coming back, but
Yeah, so she kind of was going on for a minute. She's like, we don't know. There's so much we don't know. And as you kind of start to prod her a bit more, she says, well, there's stories. We don't have any. Well, we didn't have any confirmation on any of it. I would love to talk to whoever brought in the dragon. First of all, I would like to know where they got it from, how they got it as well. That's quite a feat. I have no idea how that happened. But I don't think if the stories are accurate, which I'm starting to believe they are now. I hardly believe that that's the only one of its kind.
okay.
There seems to have been some sort of resurgence. You are familiar with the term the primal reckoning. Have you heard that
Yeah.
thrown around? And I think that that's maybe not as much of a myth as some people wanted to believe. I wanted it to be true, if I'm honest with you. I
That
think it's a
shocked
very
me.
exciting opportunity to learn more about these and for these creatures that have been extinct for so long and now they're coming back, and it's all truly magnificent. But no, to answer your question, no, I don't think that was the only one. I don't think it'll be the only one we see. But maybe that's not a good thing. I don't know. I mean, these are dangerous creatures. I don't know.
It's
Again,
fair. It's fair.
where they reside.
Are they intelligent? Like, or are they just like mindless beasts?
No, very intelligent creatures from
Yeah.
what I understand. From what again, this is all based on myth. We haven't had a chance to study any of these, but we have heard some tell of what happened with the entity known as Circomnes, or some people refer to him as Singalus. And what we know of him was that he was a very intelligent entity, and if he's responsible for all this, which some people are saying that he is, then I would imagine his children, or in the way that we are children of Creare, I think these are children of Circomnes. I
Gotcha.
think they're likely very intelligent creatures, though we don't know the process along their development. If I heard you guys, it was a young dragon that had been found, which is probably a good thing. I think a larger one may have leveled the city. But yeah, so I think all of that is to say, we don't know. Essentially, we don't know, but we think.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better.
You were having some issues. You were having some concerns.
Yeah, man. I thought we had just killed like a rare thing, you know.
Well, I guess they're rare in the sense that we don't know a lot about them still, but it seems like the population is growing, not shrinking, if that makes you feel any better.
That's the yeah, no, that makes me feel loads better.
And maybe you all gain some valuable insight into fighting and defeating these kind of things. When we don't know, maybe we'll have to defeat them in the future. Um, I hope not. I sincerely hope we get a chance to study
Yeah.
them more closely
Well,
and maybe work with them.
I feel like capturing something and throwing it in a pit is not exactly the way to endear something to being studied.
Yes, that is a good point. Well, maybe I'll see if I can't have them bring me one next time.
Yeah, I'll just say when you're talking to those people, like let them know that how they treat the things that they capture matters. As someone who's had to skirt some weird lines with that, like the people who are going after these beasts are generally not good people.
I could certainly see where you're coming from on that. I think it's a bit more gray than that, perhaps.
Well,
But
yeah, you're
yes,
also
no.
someone who measures my skull whenever you get
You,
the chance. So I get that you're
well, if
maybe a
you would just
little.
give me the chance, I'd have to stop trying to sneak
Drag
it.
her. Drag
But
her.
no, I do agree with you. I think the fighting pit is it's not the most progressive form of entertainment that we have here in the city, personally. Not one that I frequent at least. Um,
Appreciate it.
but I certainly think at the moment they have some information that I would be eager to get my hands on. So
Well, I
I
might be
will
able
go
to.
and discuss and maybe pass on your concerns.
Yeah, I can also give you some help there if you need it. They seem to like me now, but yeah, okay, do your worst. And so I'm just gonna the rest of the time I'm just gonna like submit to her questions and prodding and stuff.
Yeah, she asked you a lot of questions about like what you remember from when you were younger, which is not a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I'll answer that question. It's like I tell her, I'm like, dude, I've told you a million times that I don't remember being younger. I just remember being, and I was like this. Like there wasn't
you were this
like,
size. You were as big as
Oh,
the curriculum. There
yeah,
was no like
no,
adolescent version
there
of
wasn't
Ziggy.
like kid Ziggy. Ziggy was just I'm just this.
Hmm. And have you ever felt a connection to any particular place or any particular
I mean, yeah, the
environment?
stars for sure.
The stars.
Yeah, for some reason, like when I look up at the stars, like I feel, not like I'm home, but like kind of like I'm home, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Hmm. And how do you connect with them? How do you connect with the stars?
Oh, meditation, just kind of
Mm.
sit down, take some time, kind of block out the rest of whatever's going on around me.
And does it matter where you are when you meditate, or is this kind of a anywhere, any place, all the time
I mean,
kind of
it's
thing?
easier places that are, quiet and I can, have a very good view of the stars, but, you know,
But no particular environment of any kind, like
no,
no connection to a
no,
region or
no, it just seems like there's a stronger connection when I'm, somewhere remote, but like I can always touch it. Not always the best, but like I can
hmm,
always like touch it.
interesting. And then she continues to kind of just like take some measurements about you and kind of just like pats you down a lot and is just kind of going at you like almost
Hmm.
scientifically a little bit after kind of asking some of those questions. And eventually kind of finishes up and escorts you back to the front of the academy.
Cool. So we'll talk to the. Let me know. We have a whole day, but like I'm with some people, so I'll let them know if you want to know anything about the dragon or whatever. We might be able to talk to the people who have it.
Yes, that
Well,
would
now it's
be the most
dead,
helpful.
but
Hoping to head over there. I have some connections over there as well from time to time, so I will hopefully go over and speak with them just as soon as I can, get some more information. But thank you for all the time that you give me today. And
yeah, man.
like I
You
said, you're
know,
always welcome.
if you were more respectful and less creepy, this could have happened a lot sooner.
I can come out a bit strong. I do realize
Yeah.
that, and I apologize.
which is fine. Like if we were just like friends, but like I'm the specimen, and that's like weird.
Yes, I can understand that. I will try to be better.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking, man.
Well, good luck to you and your crew, as you say.
Cheers. And I'll just head out.
All right. All right, so you guys were all headed to Arcana adjacent, yes?
Mhm.
Okay. So, Arcana adjacent is a unique, we'll say, looking shop. The outside of it has all sorts of colorful, kind of odd trinkets and baubles and a very large umbrella for some reason that you're not really sure why it's there, but it's very colorful. And as you walk into the shop, you see a man is the best you can kind of tell under all of his ornateness. He's kind of wearing this ornate robe that you think kind of seems to be attempting to mimic that of an archmage, but is not of an archmage. And then he's got this sort of like magnificent large hat with a big green feather kind of sticking out of it. And he wears a monocle on his face. And yeah, as you all kind of enter the shop, he looks up from whatever it was he was doing. His monocle falls down, and it's on a chain attached to something around his neck. And so he picks it up and puts it back on his eye. And you all walk in. He says, "Hello, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Hello, welcome to Arcana adjacent. Are you prepared to be amazed?"
I feel
No,
like
we're prepared to shop. Oh, okay. Yeah. No. Yes.
Yes.
Well, just have a look around my shop. I guarantee anything here is amazing. He gives a kind of like a used car dealer vibe.
Okay.
What are you in for? What can I help you with? Are you looking for something in particular? Perhaps a scroll of something? I don't know. What do you need?
What do you have on necromantic magic?
Necromantic magic. Short on necromantic magic, unfortunately, today. Just had somebody buy it all out.
Who?
But
I demand you to tell me now.
I can't disclose names of buyers and things. Can I offer you this scroll of Armor of Agathis, though?
Can I do an insight check to see if he's lying? Because like,
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
that's a 11. That's a 15.
He's never had anything on necromantic magic.
Yeah.
He's never once had anything in this shop dealing with necromantic magic.
I whisper under, like, I guess,
Love
I don't know if like Kami or May or whoever's next to me, I just go, "This place is worthless."
No.
We've got all sorts of things that might be of interest to you. You're welcome to have a look around. I can show you some of our wares. What is it that you are getting into? What might you need all of this stuff for? Ooh,
Are you a ghost?
it's amazing.
Wow, what a show. Well, do you have any just healing potions or what
That's
about
the other store. That's the other store.
that's the other store? Oh, you don't have any here? Anything to protect people or what about to locate people? That would be helpful too.
Well, I'm not sure about location. I've got a shield of self-protection, which is quite interesting. Kind of useless, actually. It protects itself by getting out of the way when anything tries to hit you. Uh, but it's quite impressive to see. Uh, you know? Huh? What do you think? Any
I
interest?
think that I don't think that's what we're looking for. I'm so sorry. But it looks like you've got a lot of.
And then the shield's like, no! And that's pretty amazing, because the shield's like, what? No, don't hurt me. And then, you know?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, to be fair, it was an attempt at enchanting a shield to increase the protection. It went wrong.
Did you attempt this enchantment?
No, I didn't. But I ended up with it, and now you can, for the low price of 180 gold pieces.
Oh God.
Wow.
We've also got this ring of invisibility.
Is
Oh.
it an invisible ring?
No, he holds up a small kind of gold ring.
Okay, good. It's gonna fucking lose it.
How much is that?
125 gold pieces.
Seems rather expensive. No?
A great deal, I can assure you. And he kind of fiddles with it, and you notice as he slips it on, the ring itself disappears.
That's what I was sort of
And
thinking it was going to do.
And he quickly pulls it off. He goes, "Yes, ring." Or sorry, no. This is an invisibility ring.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name. What's your name again?
Of course. My name is Kindroth Miara.
Kindroth, how do you live with yourself?
Well, not everything is perfect. Everything deserves a home, and we here pride ourselves on homes.
This excites you to do this every day, sell this junk to needing customers?
I think magical items are just magical, and I think that is exciting.
What's the best item you've gotten here?
Yeah, I agree with
Something
Delia.
that really stands out a little bit.
The rarest item.
The rarest. Well, I don't know about the rarest, but if you're looking for something that stands out, we've got a red sword. It's just red. But it's a sword.
I think we didn't pay enough attention to the word adjacent in Arcana adjacent.
Okay. I understand. If you're
agree,
looking for maybe not as much utility, but maybe something very rare, I've never seen anything else like it, and it is the Tome of Cat. And he takes a book off the shelf, a big dusty book, and he opens it up. And as he opens it up, there's a bunch of writing, but you don't really get a chance to look at the writing because a large cat poofs into existence right on top of the book and just kind of lays down on the book and doesn't move.
I think I need to leave.
That cat's really, really cute. Yeah, what's its name?
Tome.
Zaire, don't.
Tome?
What?
Well,
I see how you're looking at that cat.
I think the cat's out of the bag here in terms of what we can do. But I guess I'm learning some new things. So yeah, let's scrap that. But
you want utility.
Yeah,
We do have a few things that might help. We've got some scrolls, like I said. Scroll of Armor of Agathis. Have you heard of that one? That one's
please tell us.
That one lets you cast the Armor of Agathis spell, as scrolls do. We've also got a scroll of ceremony. Similar ability. You can cast ceremony. We've got some magic ammunition. We've got sling bullets that are +1 sling bullets. Yeah. I mean, any of that of any interest?
Clarification, DM, just so it might be helpful for Jess to know.
Yeah.
With scrolls, with wizards, is that how like are they allowed to copy scrolls over into their spell book and they learn the spell?
Yes.
That's it. Okay. I did not realize that. Cool.
If it's a spell you can learn.
If it's a spell that I can learn.
Yep.
Okay. Which I can't. Okay.
I don't think Armor of Agathis is one. It's a warlock spell.
Ceremonies for clerics and paladins.
Above game, what does ceremony do?
It lets you cast a number of, or basically go through a couple of different ceremonies that are listed in the spell, and each one will give a certain kind of buff to something for a certain amount of time.
And yeah, the armor is warlock.
We've also got
What else do you have?
magic missile, minor illusion, toll the dead. Hey, that's necromantic, right?
I already know that.
Okay, well, it's necromantic.
It is. It is.
I think those are all the scrolls we currently have. But we do get new ones in from time to time. I'll be honest, that's most of the legitimately magical items that we get, but they can be useful.
I could be interested in maybe the scroll for the magic missile spell.
Ah, yes, that's a good one. Very utility, very helpful. Hard to miss with that one.
You can't miss.
How much is that one gonna cost?
The scroll of magic missile is it is 150 gold pieces.
Oh.
Well,
Hmm.
Maeve, I mean,
Hmm.
I think you could do better than that.
I
Right?
think so. Yeah.
I mean, maybe a buy one get one half off deal. I'd be interested in the scroll as well. Would you offer us them discounted if we got two?
Well, we only have the one scroll of magic missile.
Well, a
And
different
we have a
scroll.
different scroll. We've got scroll of minor illusion, the toll of the dead. Although I think you said you didn't need that one. You could take the tome cat. You know, that's always a fun thing to own. Our large friend here might like a red sword. Again, I feel like I should bring that out. It's a magically red sword. I mean, how often do you see that? Pretty rare, I think.
I'm
Pretty
gonna take Khan Ulum off of his back and sort of like flourish it. This glaive has been in my family for 650 years.
We take trades. No, okay, we're not trading. We're not trading.
Maybe I can make my glaive red with your blood.
Got
Uh-huh.
him.
Yeah. Mr. Is it Mihara?
Miara.
Miara, we really appreciate your time, but I think we're gonna go now. Yeah.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
New things from time to time.
Love your look though. Love that feather in your hat. Looks really good.
How much
Thank
was ceremony? Sorry.
Ceremony. Scroll of ceremony. Yes. 110 gold pieces for scroll of ceremony.
Any way you could do that cheaper?
Lowest I could go would probably be about 100. So I think for you, I don't
You can't
know
learn it like that.
you would be able to learn a spell with it. You would just be able to use it.
Okay. Never mind then. I'm good.
Well, as I said, please do come back whenever
Maybe come back.
you can. And maybe we'll have some new items, some things to entice you.
You have offered us shitty deals. You've insulted my large friend, and you have offered us nothing. And I'm just gonna walk out the door.
Fucking brutal.
We're all now dumber for having listened to that. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, Maeve. Well, I mean, hey, listen, we just needed to kill time today, and we did that.
He was such a hoax. He doesn't know magic at all.
Above game, there's a part of me that actually feels so bad. Like this poor little man just likes cool little things. And
Why are you yucking this guy's yum, dude?
Exactly, and we just walked in there and we're like, "Fuck you! How do you not have like a 7,000 gold magical item?"
Too bad Ziggy would have been on this dude's side. Ziggy would have been like, "Yo, dude."
So bad.
Wait, you guys
just imagine we all leave and the guy just.
One of the best ones is he has a dagger of healing. It's a dagger that heals equal to the amount of damage it deals.
So it literally does nothing.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
You
I
stab
love-
someone, deal 4 damage, and then heal them 4 damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he's gonna go home tonight, and his mom's gonna be there, and she's gonna be like, "You make any new friends at work, honey?" He's gonna be like, "No."
Or he's gonna be like, yeah, I did.
Yes, I do.
Yo,
Yeah.
a dagger of healing would be a dope like accessory.
I was
for, like,
actually-
someone in theater where like you stab someone on stage, and like
I was actually thinking the same thing. Mhm.
it's like you could actually stab somebody, but it's like, oh, but like you didn't actually hurt him.
Or if like we need to like fool like a villain or something to think that like like Kami turned on the party and he's like killed Zaire, but really he didn't do anything. But anyway,
What
all
an
this is-
elaborate plot.
all of this is to say Kami's like fuck this soup, but feels like
Yeah. This poor guy.
Well,
You
May
just
knows
like
what
basically
real
has like a
magic-
local game shop. You just like went into a local game shop and say, your shit sucks.
I think, yeah, May has such high expectations, but she knows what real magic is. She's just not having it.
Oh my god, okay, well we can at least go to the potion place. We know that they'll have potions for us to get, like we can at least do that.
I mean, I definitely need some potions.
Yes, you can. I'm imagining Ziggy has tracked you all down at this point.
I probably would have just had to head back to like the inn or whatever. So
Okay.
if you guys head back to the inn, that's where you find me.
But you all are going to Madame Gorgana's?
Oh wait, did you? I thought they didn't know where it was. I thought I was the one that knew where it was, but I could be wrong.
I mean, they could ask around and find it, or they could come back and find you. It's
Sure.
up to them.
I don't know if I would have been able to find them. That's the thing, because I didn't know where they were going.
True. You all gonna try and reconvene with Ziggy, or you just heading over to the shop?
I don't know if we would have known that
No.
we put Ziggy, so I think we would have headed to the shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you ask around for a few, and yeah, eventually come to the Madame Gorgana's herbs, potions, and other remedies. That's the name of the shop. And behind the counter at the shop is a lizard folk woman of sort of older and wearing sort of very natural colors and things, very kind of natural remedy, mystic kind of vibe to a lot of what she's got going on.
Question for me: is it more like Eastern Healer, or is it more like Flagstaff, Arizona Crystal Lady?
What a
it's
question.
Kind of a combination of both, honestly.
Okay, so it's like a legit like Crystal Lady, but like she knows what she's
The
doing.
vivid images that just flashed through my mind from that question.
The
Yeah.
vortexes in
Impressive.
Sedona are where she tunes her crystals.
Dude, I know so many Flagstaff Crystal Ladies that like it's in there. It's a very
They're everywhere.
specific description.
That was amazing.
And so you kind of walk in, and she says, "Welcome to my shop. What can I get for you all today?"
We'd like to purchase some healing potions, please.
Healing potions. Yes. What kind will you be needing today?
The ones that when you drink it, it stops you bleeding.
Yes, we've got regular, we've got greater, there's a superior.
Well, it depends on how much it is. Are they costly?
They certainly get more costly as you go up in their abilities and what they can do for you.
How much is the regular?
Regular healing potion is, we sell them here for around 35 gold each.
And what about greater?
Greater healing potion, those go for closer to 150.
It's a big jump for just a little bit greater of healing, don't you think?
It is, but in the heat of battle, one can't always put a price on this kind of thing.
Oh boy. Okay. Well,
Boja moi.
Sorry, what was the price?
the regular healing potion is 35. The greater is what would you say
50.
150.
Sheesh.
Well, I'll take. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
I'll take 2 regular healing potions, please.
Very well. 70 gold for you.
Thank you. I couldn't figure it out on myself, and I was too embarrassed to ask.
Do you have any potions
Zaire
of
will do the
growth?
same.
Zaire, what'd you say?
I'm gonna do the same as Kami.
2. Okay.
Wait, copying me.
You're looking for potions of growth? Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm familiar with those. What exactly are you hoping that it does? Grows you? Grows something else? Grows hair?
Me, no, I've got plenty of hair. No, I'm quite small in stature, and while I can cast the spell, I can only do it so often. So I'd like the opportunity to drink a little potion and make myself bigger if I ever need
Unfortunately,
to.
I don't think I have what you're looking for in that sense.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept, though, one that I may look into in the future.
Yeah, I mean, you never know when you're going to come across a fairy again.
You never do know when you're going to come across anybody, really.
Hmm. Anyways, can I just buy 2 of the potions of healing, just the normal?
Of course. 70 gold for you, dear.
Even though I'm so small, I feel like there should be a discount.
Same price for the potion, but I'm sure
Give a
the potion
child
for you will
discount.
go twice as far.
Fine.
Do you have any potions that allow for an altered state of consciousness?
Hell yeah, dude.
Altered state of consciousness.
Whoa.
No, but I do have a friend you may want to talk to. It's the sort of thing that he's generally more in tune with than myself.
Who would
He's
that
been
be?
my guide on an occasion or two, if that's what you're looking for.
Who would that be?
His name is Ziggy. He bounces around the city a bit, but sometimes you can find him in the north by the docks, occasionally hanging out at the academy.
I'll keep my eye out for Ziggy.
Very good. Do tell him to stop by if you see him. I haven't seen him in a while.
Hmm. I
I
expect
know
you.
Ziggy. I'll let him know.
Anything for you, dear?
Sorry, my mind went to anything from the trolley, dears.
Yeah,
Chocolate frogs.
just
Yeah.
the jubals.
I'll have some chocolate frogs. I think I'm looking for some potions as well. But I guess I'll just do the regular potions. I'll have 2. I'll take 2.
2 of the healing potions. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
70 gold.
Here you go.
Anything else that you're looking for?
I guess, is there anything that is a potion for protection?
Protection. Don't know that I have anything for protection. We do have well, we have a potion of resistance. If that's something that you'd be interested in. We also have let me see. We have a potion of gaseous form. That might help you get out of a sticky situation.
Hmm.
Let me see.
That's awesome. The gaseous form one is awesome.
And we have Let me see. A potion of fire breath. That can be interesting sometimes. Maybe more offensive than what you're looking for, but the best defense is a
Ooh.
good offense, I think. I think that's
Mhm.
what I'd say.
Ooh, how much is that potion of fire breath?
Potion of fire breath. Yes. That is 125 gold pieces.
I think that's, I don't have enough gold for that. What about the potion, the resistance potion? How much is that one?
Let me see. Potion of resistance is I could go for 75 gold pieces for you.
Hmm. See. Hmm. I'll take it.
Very good. One potion of resistance. And this is
Okay.
Yes, I apologize. This is a potion of poison resistance.
Hmm. Okay. I
Anything
think
else?
that's it for me.
Well, always happy to help individuals stock up on what they need. If I can ever be of any more assistance, please, you know where to find me. And as you guys kind of take your leave, she just starts humming some sort of tune that you're not familiar with.
I'm gonna kind of hang back as the rest of the group walking out.
Okay.
Is everyone else out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm out.
Yep.
Um,
I'm out.
I'm gonna say, actually, I just wanted to check for one more thing while I'm still here. Do you have any elixir of truth?
Elixir of truth.
What
That
are you scheming
is
up, world?
Let's
that,
see here.
Oh my
You're not.
god.
You don't hear this.
that is
Oh yeah.
a
Oh, I know.
can be a dangerous item to get a hold of here in the city. Some things like that are regulated, you understand. I think any and all that exists probably sits with the city guard or perhaps the nobility. They have obviously some practical applications for it, as I'm sure you can understand.
Do you have anything similar? A little bit less harsh, perhaps?
Um, we've got a potion of, let me look, hang on just a moment.
Potion of
No, give me the answer now or I leave.
potion of hard truths.
The potion of fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
We do have a potion of, I guess you'd call it friendship, perhaps. If you give it to an individual, they become much more sort of agreeable with you for a short amount of time.
Interesting. How much is that?
That can go for as high as 150 gold.
Oh, you know,
Very useful application.
I mean, since I've already given you my business, what do you say 100 gold?
That
I,
is
I will be back. I absolutely will be back.
make a persuasion check.
17.
Pretty good. 100 is quite low. Uh, what about 110?
Mm. Man, that's really cutting it close. I'm pretty short on, I have to be stingy. these days about where I spend my gold, and I really want to spend it here at your wonderful business. What if I throw in this sling here? Is this something you'd be interested in? 100 gold plus the sling.
Don't have much use for that myself, but I can appreciate where your head's at. Anything else you could barter with? Of interest? Any strange items you've acquired?
Strange. I mean, I've got this oil flask. I've got really cool disguise kit. I feel like, individuals might come in here saying that they want some potion to disguise themselves. Maybe they can't afford it, and you could just provide them with this instead.
Well, I think I can appreciate where you're coming from.
Come on, I'll be back.
The kit and the sling, and I will do it for 100.
Okay.
Very well. And she reaches behind the counter and hands you over a small vial.
All right, Celia, who do you want to use that on? So curious.
We're gonna have to
Be
find out.
careful with the potions.
Oh my gosh.
It can get individuals into trouble. Friends on somebody. All right. So, with that, you guys have stocked up on healing potions, more or less. What else is there on your list of things to do today?
I'm teaching yoga back at the
Visionaries.
Visionaries.
I thought that was only on Fridays.
I mean, I got back and I just started doing stretching, and then people started joining me again.
We need to get those skills.
I can go back to the arena with you. Kami.
Let's go.
Okay. You guys head back to the Reaper's Playground. Midday, a lot of preparation.
Is it just Kami and I, or is the rest of the party coming?
It's up to them, I guess.
I think May's going to stay behind and just like hang out with Ziggy, and she wants to do something that she needs to be solo for at some point.
Delia, are you walking with Kami and I, or are you going back to the Visionaries?
I'll walk with you guys. I wouldn't want to be left behind.
No, come on, back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah, so you guys head back to Reaper's Playground.
Tell me, I've seen you fight a few times now, and it seems like you've been able to harness the energy of your ancestors. How were you able to do this?
Well, it's kind of a gift, I guess. Not everyone in the Toboro has this ability, but I was born with it. It is one of the reasons I look like this. Not all of the Toboro are as pale and as white-skinned and white-haired as I am. It's because I'm touched by spiritual energy. You see, with the Toboro, our people have lived amongst the plains for centuries, going on millennia, and we call it the essence. Some people call it the fervor, is particularly strong in the plains, and I don't know, over the centuries, our people have been able to harness some of that power, and it's allowed a piece of them to live on even after they pass. It's how we stay connected to the members of our family. We have emblems and relics of these members that we keep in sacred places with our houses. And you see right here, and I showed the necklace. Kami's wearing a necklace. It's an amber drop, and suspended in the amber is a little tiny leaf. You see, every Toboro house, every Toboro family, we have what we call a kin tree. It's a very very special tree that lives for hundreds and hundreds of years, and it grows and its branches extend as the family line continues to grow and extend. And this leaf here and this drop of ember is from the kin tree of House Kvar. It gives me a special physical connection to my ancestors. They're all buried under the tree, and as they die and become one with the tree, their essence is it stays with me. And it's that physical connection that is the avenue that allows me to channel them. And I don't know, I guess it's hard to explain. I've never really thought about it much further than that, but even as I continue to grow as a fighter, I'm discovering new ways to connect with them and feel their energies and their pasts and their histories. And yes, in particular, there are three that tend to answer the call when I reach deep into this collective ancestral pool. Two of whom you've seen, and then the third who has not yet made himself known to you, but he's there from time to time.
Do you feel their memories when they come out?
Not exactly. Some do. It's considered an extremely uh, powerful mechanic for a Kingsblade to reach that level of connection with their ancestors. I'm not quite there. I don't quite see their memories, but I almost, how do I say? It's like I don't get actual visions of what they see, but I feel them as they felt themselves, if that makes any sense. They're all different. They have different personalities and ways of being. And as I channel them, I I can't help but channel a bit of that as well. I mean, in the arena, you saw that was my great grandmother, and she was known for being an extremely savage and vicious fighter. And so when I channel her, I channel a bit of that savagery as well. It comes out in how I fight.
Do you feel like your ancestors live on through you?
Oh
in
yes.
these
With every step I take, with every swing of this glaive that they themselves held in their hands. And I have a special place in my family. I'm what's called the Tree Warden. I am the firstborn of my generation. I inherited this position from my mother, who was the first of her generation, and it gives me an even, apart from the physical connection, it gives me an even deeper spiritual bridge to them. Yes.
I think your ancestors are still sentient on some level.
I think when I channel them, it's not so much that they themselves are here in the moment, but I think it's almost like an echo of what they were in life. And I think that deep down there's a primal understanding that they fight with blood, with their own blood, even if they themselves don't necessarily understand exactly what they're fighting.
This is all. Thank you for sharing. My order, I think, has been searching for something similar. I think there was always an understanding that there was something to be harnessed or garnered or learned about um, from the dead and from those who've passed. And I think you're an example of a truth that there is stuff to be gleaned. There is a benefit that those can bring after they've perished. And I thank you for sharing.
I'm happy to share. It's very special and very important to me. And it's interesting, Zyger. We haven't talked about this yet, but the Toguro are known as fearsome warriors, not in part because we're known for lacking a fear of death, and that's because we fully understand that the love that we have for each other, for our houses, for our family, extends far beyond the grave, and we live with that love.
I have seen that, and I feel that is a trait we both share. Although I do not believe mine is from family or from love. But we will be fearsome fighters. I'm sure.
Absolutely. And I appreciate you asking, Zaire.
As you guys kind of finish up this conversation, you approach the Reaper's playground. You notice that Delia, who was with you, just kind of quietly slipped away, and she just decided she didn't want to hang out with you guys anymore. Apparently, your conversation did not interest her, and she went back to the inn.
She's like, nah, they're talking philosophical stuff.
They're getting real touchy feely. I'm out.
Yeah, she wants to be with her Fae Bae,
Yeah, exactly. Trying to become really close friends.
But Zaire, with your familiarity with the pit, you kind of poke around for a few minutes after you get there. And I assume you're looking for Bazool?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, on a day like this, he's kind of running around trying to get things organized. With it still kind of being the weekend, there's more fights to happen today. But yeah, you kind of get his attention. And he kind of turns around to you all, to the two of you. Says, so soon you're back. Not up for another fight already, are we?
No.
Not No, not exactly, Buzzwell. I mean, we're always happy to come back if you'll have us, but in the meantime, it was a pretty big deal for us to fell a dragon. We feel pretty good about it, and we hope you feel good about the show we provided in doing so.
Most definitely. I hope you feel it was worth your time. I hope the payout was what you hoped for. I know it was a good crowd and all, and put on a good show.
Yes, no, absolutely, of course. We were also wondering, perhaps, as I'm sure you were planning to dispose of the dragon the same way Zaire helps you dispose of your other participants. And we were just hoping, before you do so, if we could perhaps gather a bit of the dragon's scales.
Yes, no, we are. I do, as you know, Zaire. I have people for these kind of things, and Timu, who you all spoke with before. I believe he requested the remains of the dragon, following the fight, as he was the one who brought it to me. I allowed him to take the remains of it. So if you're interested in any pieces of it, you'd have to talk to Timu. He would be. I can't give what isn't mine. After all, you understand.
Where is he now?
I believe he's out back where he typically is around this time. In the pens, I believe. Last I saw him.
Thank you.
This is where you guys had met up with him previously, with all kind of like the barns and things.
So go around back to the pins.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, easy enough to track him down. Again, he's helping kind of move some of the various creatures that are going to eventually participate in fights of some kind, or there's some pack animals and things that they use to um, like till essentially the sand, right? Whenever the battle's done, they kind of turn over the sand. So they have some of the pack animals back there as well. And as you approach him, he kind of turns to you. Zaire, hell of a fight. Congratulations.
Thank you. You certainly outdid yourself with the competition. Now my friend asks a small favor, and I gesture at Kami.
Yes, very, very small in the grand scheme of things. This big beast here. We were just hoping to take a few of its scales. Take it. Not much. Just a few.
Well, shouldn't be much of a problem, but I'm sure you understand these are very valuable, as this is the only one we have currently. I would be happy to share it with you, if I can ask a favor in return.
Oh.
I saw how you and your crew performed in the pit against this dragon. I am planning on leaving in a few days on another expedition to track down some more exciting beasts for our friend Bazul. Come with me. Assist me uh, in my next mission, my next tracking adventure, and I will share with you some of the remains here of the dragon.
Now, my friend here was hoping to, craft something elaborate or ornate to memorialize the great fight that we had. He's contacted a local merchant, um, and it would take a few days to create anyway. I think we can certainly maybe uh, agree to this expedition, but if we could have the scales today, um, so that our merchant can start making this ornate garb for him, that would be much appreciated.
Bazul trusts you, Zaire, and I've learned to trust Bazul in matters like this. If you agree here with me now, I will provide you with what I can of the dragon.
Now, also, just Zaire, we have to also be aware. Technically, we're not allowed to leave the city.
I don't. What'd you say? I didn't.
I said we're technically.
I think we have a lot to discuss. A big expedition so quickly after a fight. I want to make sure my friend here is ready. Timo, can I talk to him for a second and then we can come back?
He kind of waves, steps aside, and goes back to whatever it was he was doing.
Now, Tommy,
Yeah.
I understand that. I understand a few things. First, we just put on a hell of a show for the town, and I feel that if we tried, to leave to help put on another show, they would let us. Two, I mean, you had the scales. Who knows
Well,
if
and
the rest of the party would even be up for this anyway. What is he gonna do? Come and arrest us? We killed the dragon. It's our trophy.
true. And now that I think about it, I mean, we are kind of buddy with the captain of the city guard at this point. Like, I think.
Yeah, I feel like his hands may be tied and might do like a show of arresting us. Like, I guess we'll piss him off. Yeah, we certainly can go. I feel like some members of the group might want to try to figure out where more dragons might be. But we can commit now. Your ornate and unnecessary armor thing can get built to stroke your. I mean, to look cool, and You know, we don't have to make any
Feathers. Feathers. It's dragon scale bracers. Like, come on. And it's white dragon. It matches me perfectly. I mean,
I prefer to, and I just kind of motion to just like the cloak the robes that I've just been wearing. Like, I prefer a more modest garb. I feel that it's more maneuverable, and your enemies underestimate you a lot easier. Any person's gonna see your dragon scales and instantly target you.
I always say let them come. I'm
Yeah.
not always the most inconspicuous, you know.
That's
I'll
true.
save that for people like you and Delia. But anyway,
Well, I'm also
I hear
not.
what you're saying. Well, anyway, I see what you're saying. Yes, let's just move forward with this. Yeah, I'm sure it will be fine.
Okay.
Okay, well, yes, we can absolutely help you find other dragons and maybe other crazy beasts to fight in the pit. And we can get those dragon scales down, yeah?
Yes. Glad to hear it. It will
When will you be leaving?
not for a few days. After the dragon, we've earned a bit of downtime with Bazul, and probably not towards the middle of the week. I think we're gonna take some time and relax here, and we'll head out again. So, you know, are you all staying?
Yeah,
Somebody told me
we
into the Visionaries. Is that where you all are still staying?
There's a
we we'll have some few other things that we need to attend to. It might be easiest for us to just come meet you. I don't know where we'll be. I also don't think it's too hard to find out where a Arakocra is, even in this large city. You can always try to find me. But we can also come back here in, say, 3 days' time.
You know where to all be, so that is fine with me. Give me some time. Been working with the remains a bit. Delicate work, new to it, but we're getting the hang of it. So give me some time. And how much will you be needing? I mean, I'm thinking like a sizable piece of off the back, maybe.
yes, I think that's probably good. Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, we'll hang around for a few, and I'll get to it. So he kind of leaves, and yeah, you guys have a few minutes just hanging around. It was if you want to poke around, or Zaire, you already got all your stuff out of your
Yeah, my stuff, my room's clear.
I wonder how they got it in the first place.
Well, we might get to see that in action. Yeah. You know, I'm a little surprised from some of the other beasts that I've seen come through here.
Is that so? I mean, they must also get them from, far away as well, right? I mean, they can't all just be lurking right outside the city gates, you know?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I feel like when we go with them, we'll get to understand where they might be coming from, or at least get a better sense of some of the seismic changes that are happening on this continent. I think the return of dragons is certainly a signal of great power, um, unknown power.
Mm.
Means for us all.
And that's the truth.
So after some time, you guys discussing these kind of things, small talk. Bazul stops by, talks to you all for a little bit again. Probably actually about an hour later, as you guys are kind of just hanging around. Timu comes back, and he's holding sort of leather It looks like a long kind of like piece of leather. And he kind of, as he approaches you, kind of lifts up one part of it, and you realize it's sort of like a piece of wood with this, the piece of the dragon scales laid across it, and then covered in leather. And he kind of hands it out to you, Kami. He says, "This is hopefully good enough for you. It's the best work we could do here on short notice. As I said, we're still learning how to sort of carve it up and use it effectively. So be curious to see what you make of it. Or I assume you're taking it to Namida. He's the finest we have in the city."
That is correct, yeah.
Wow.
And we're going to see what he can do. It was his idea, as a matter of fact. So I'm hoping he has maybe something floating around in his, in his brain.
That doesn't surprise me. As far as, non-magical items go, he is one of the finest we have in the city. So I brought him quite a few pieces of hide to work with in the past, and this will be, I'm sure, a challenge he's more than ready for.
I can't wait.
Looking forward to seeing what he makes. But I do have to get back to it for this evening. So
I
looking
have
forward to
one
seeing you all.
question, Tima.
I'm sorry?
I have one question. Will anybody else besides yourself be joining us for this excursion?
I can see who on my team will be. With you all, I was thinking potentially giving them a break. But I'll see if any of them are going to be coming out with us. I'm sure the opportunity to fight side by side with the Dragon Slayers would be an interesting opportunity for them.
Was it your team that found this dragon?
Yes, yeah, we brought it back. Took us a couple of weeks actually, but yeah, that was us.
Impressive.
Thank you, and you all made quick work of it. I have to say, it was almost disheartening how you all defeated it, but it was a hell of a show.
It was. Well, we won't keep you any longer.
Very good. See you all in a few days.
Okay.
All
Shall
right.
we get back?
You all can head back. I think Bailey's having a little bit of technical trouble.
Yeah.
If you guys want to take a second and figure it out,
Let's pause for a second. Yeah.
I'll have to take a minute and
Yeah.
run to the bathroom anyway.
Do
So
go to the loo.
Pause.
Oh no.
So, Kami, you have your dragon scale.
Mhm.
Your dragon scales, and dude, what do you want to do with them?
Bringing him to the meetup.
Okay. I mean, you drop them off, accepts
Yeah.
them, and he says he's gonna try his best and see what he can do. And
Thank you, Namita.
I believe the rest of the crew is back at the inn, and Maeve, you had something you wanted to do.
Yes. So I think I probably was practicing yoga with Ziggy for a little bit. I've never done it. I have no idea what it is. So I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to retire to the room. And I'm going to cast sending.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down on the bed. I'm gonna cast sending, and I'm gonna say,
Who are you
"Hey,
casting
hey,
sending to?
Dad." To my dad.
Got it.
Hey, Dad.
So one thing you would know about sending
Okay.
is I believe the creature that you are sending it to has to be on the same plane as you.
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Oh, it says range area unlimited, so I just assumed that I could do it between planes.
Well, it'll say, just read the spell. What does it say?
No, hang on. You can send a message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but
Wow,
if
okay, there you
someone is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive.
Yep.
go.
So roll a D100 for me.
Oh, I'm used to this.
I'm choosing a random interval of 5% that is going to be the percent that you don't. So you
Okay.
won't know if it gets there or not.
Oh, fuck. I don't like that. Okay, so this little thing that I roll is way like I can't tell what it is, so I'm gonna actually just roll. Do you want
Okay.
Okay. 94.
Okay. Go ahead and send your message. Might be want to count for.
Hey, Dad. It's me, Maeve. Everything is okay. I need to know if you are okay. Please get back to me soon. Love you.
There is a brief pause, and then you hear the familiar sound of your dad's voice coming back to you in your head. And he says, Maeve, it's good to hear from you. We're okay here. We repelled most of the attack. But nothing is safe. Truly. And nothing is secure. Love you.
Well, that's fucking ominous.
Yeah. I'm just going to take the spell book that's mine and then the spell book that's his and just sort of like sit with them for a little bit. I'm going to give Loon a little hug. And then I'm just going to say, okay, time to get back to work. And I'm going to open up both spell books and keep reading.
Okay.
But you can tell that I'm relieved to know that they're okay.
All right. And eventually, after everything is done, unless anybody else has anything that they need to attend to in the city, the crew comes back together at the inn. And what is next on your list?
I feel like
Are we
y'all would
all
probably
in-
walk in while I'm doing yoga.
Yeah.
I'm already there. I'm just sitting on the side, just kind of watching, observing.
Ziggy, can you take a quick break?
Oh, yes. Okay, sorry ladies. We'll pick back up in like 15. Cool. Get a drink, do whatever. Yeah, and then I turn. What's that? What's up, Zaire?
So we were just back at the pit. We are Kami requested some dragon scales for the bracers that they're building for him, and in order to get those, we agreed to accompany Timu in 3 days' time to his quest to try to find more dragons.
All right.
Now,
I'm like,
we did not agree to kill or capture any dragons with him. We agreed to accompany him. However, I know you were quite distraught after the fight.
And we didn't necessarily, he didn't explicitly say dragons, he said beasts. We might find dragons, we might find other crazy things.
Really quick, did he not explicitly say dragons?
I think he said beasts.
Yep, he's looking for the next thing to bring back to the world.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, no, I'm
we
generally cool with that.
If we come across another dragon, it might even provide us more of an insight on where they're coming from.
Yeah. Okay, so just like to clarify, I was like more under the impression that like that may have been like the last dragon or like one of the last dragons, but like apparently there's a lot of them now. I went and talked to a creepy lady, and apparently there's like more dragons, so like it doesn't bother me as much anymore. I was more worried with the finality of it.
I know we have some things to do in the meantime, but in a few days it'll be an excuse for us to venture out of the city if they let us, and
true,
breathe in some open air that's not polluted.
I love the forests, so that's yeah, I'd be happy to get out of Gel Lida for a bit.
That is what you missed while you were helping these ladies with their flexibility.
Yeah, they're looking good though. I feel like we've only had a couple sessions, but they're like,
They are not my type.
I feel like their hips are really unlocking.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Jess is like, I fucking hate this.
Good for them.
I'm really happy for you.
Thanks. Thanks, Delia. One of these days you're gonna join one of my sessions.
Probably not.
I'll come back down the stairs. I'm like, you guys are back. Did you get the scale?
We did. Then they are with Namida, who is crafting something as we speak. And so now all that remains is, I guess, maybe returning to what's his name? Dak. Dak Budan, and having him point us in the direction of the sewers.
Alright, so we're doing the sewer thing now? Cool.
We are.
I think so.
We'll call it the sewer thing.
Full send it, bro.
Okay. You guys are heading back to Dwarf's Pick Masonry.
Are you just gonna not teach the last 15 minutes of your class?
Oh. Fuck.
You're gonna leave everybody hanging?
Honestly, nah, he probably just dips. To be fair, they pay at the end anyway, so they got like basically a free class. So like,
Did you at least leave a note or something to let them know when your next class is?
if someone brings it up to me, maybe I would, but like, I feel like that was an above game thing that no, he would have just 100% walked out.
Not gonna bring it up. I just want to clarify that you just dipped.
I would have just dipped. If nobody said anything to me, I would have 100% just left.
To be fair, nobody really pays for this. Like they'll just tip you at the end sometimes, but like it's not like anything like official.
Exactly. It's like I'm not breaking no well, I mean, he doesn't even. That's not even going through his head. He just completely forgot. He's like, oh right, we gotta do this thing now.
What are you guys doing to start your second campaign? Well, my character is leading an impromptu yoga class at the end. So that's where this is going.
No, Ziggy's a vibe, dude. Ziggy is a vibe.
Everything's just
It's
great.
an 8-week session, you know. We have to be here for 8 weeks at least.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow, what a workshop.
Everything's really going exactly as I expected this campaign to go. All
right, let's go. Let's go meet with, what's his name again?
Dak Budan.
Zach Woodon.
Yeah, I mean, you make
Is
your
that
way
more of
back.
an Italian pronunciation?
It reminded me of Dracula.
I'm hearing Romanian, you know, like
Yeah.
Dak Budan.
yeah, that's what I'm getting from that.
Spot
Yeah,
on.
he is who you want him
That's
to be.
it. Great.
Yeah, you guys make your way back to the Dwarf's Pick Masonry. And as you all kind of enter in, Dak is there, and he kind of ushers you in towards the back where you had discussed previously. And he says, "So, you're all ready? You guys are gonna kind of take a look for us, see what you can find?"
Yes, we'll dig around the sewers and see if there's anything out of the ordinary for a sewer.
Well, as I said, I've got about 300 to 350 gold pieces that I've collected from the various businesses and things, and if you can solve this problem, I think they'd be more than willing to shell out for a solution. So, if that's hopefully some motivation for you all, we appreciate the help. Um,
Any other words of wisdom as we descend into the sewers?
uh, I mean, I will just say, obviously we have this big problem that we're trying to solve, but I know there's a lot of other things that kind of live in the sewers. There's a number. I mean, nobody really goes down there anymore. There's a number of creatures and things that could be down there. So just, keep your eyes out. I think it's possible you might run into some things that have nothing to do with this, but are dangerous nonetheless. I mean, a lot of old stuff down there. So just be careful.
Vague. I'll take it.
I haven't been down there myself, but I've heard, you know, I've heard stories.
Okay, thanks, Zach. I mean,
Listen,
the
not to not to be that person, but I fought fearsome beasts and predators on the plains of Arayus. I can handle a gutter rat.
I
Yeah,
have all
these
the
were like
confidence in the
fucking.
world in you.
These were creepy hive mind rats, right?
True.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but this is obviously something that I've not heard of before this has all started happening. So, if you can track down the source of all that, then I think it'll be some progress for us. But if you all will come with me, I'll show you into I guess one of the back entrances if that's what you're looking for.
Please,
Sure.
after you.
So he kind of walks with you all out into the city, and you head west along sort of the main road here in the city that leads from the primary shipyard, which is called Ragadran Shipyard in the center, and that kind of goes right all the way through the city up to the Alcazar. So kind of go down the main road, and then he heads further north towards more of like where you guys had been before with the warehouses and things. The slums are up that way, and eventually starts to kind of duck into the shadows a bit, with you all following. And as he gets through the northern shipyard, there is sort of a small like beachhead a little bit, that's sort of down from the seawall, and there's a grate, and there's kind of like some water and other whatever debris and stuff, that's kind of slowly trickling out from this grate into the ocean, and uh, he kind of walks up to it with you all, um, and he kind of with a tool that he like a crowbar that he brought with him, basically he just kind of pries the gate open in a way that he was obviously familiar with. And it kind of falls off a little bit to where it was. And he says, so this should lead you in towards where you had found them before. And then hopefully further past that. If you need it to be your exit as well, we'll leave it, pried open for you if you need to get out this way. Other than that, I can't say I've mapped it out much, so you'll have to do a bit of investigating yourself.
That's okay.
What we're here for.
Well, best of luck and appreciate the help. You know where to find me.
We'll be fine. The other 2 groups that went in, they didn't come back out, but we're gonna be fine.
Okay, group. Who's ready to?
Yeah.
Let's go muck through some shit. Let's do it. Who's ready?
Let's-
Hands in. Come on. Come on.
Like you
okay.
saw as like Kami was doing that, like Ziggy was like getting like he's gonna say hands in. He's gonna say hands in.
But
So I'm
then,
2
You
hands
get, like,
in, 2
a
hands
finger.
in. Come on, whirl, and then Delia, and I'm gonna take my hand over yours and force your hand into it.
okay, we're going to go through the shit and we're going to find the things that are bad, and we're not going to get caught by. We're not going to die from all the rats. Yes? Okay.
I know. Zahir, why don't you go first? You're familiar with the territory, Zahir. Do you want to go first?
Thank you for offering that. I go first.
You're welcome.
Sure. Is it really dark?
Where you are right now, no, because there's sort of the opening is right behind you. But as you get further in, it definitely does get dark. Yeah.
I've got like a religious kind of amulet type thing. It's in my little character guide. That's I'm going to cast light on it.
Okay. Yeah. So as Zaire kind of leads the way into it, the pipe that you guys are kind of standing in, or sort of the tunnel that you guys are in, at this point is pretty small. It's only about maybe 5 feet tall. So Kami, you're definitely kind of borderline crawling through here in the beginning.
Me too. I'm pretty tall. How?
Yes, you as well. You guys are both almost like hands and knees, kind of crawling through here as best you can.
Oh my god. Okay.
Whirl, you got no issues. You're basically flying through here at this point, and yeah, up ahead of you guys have a decent amount of light. So even without dark vision, with Zahir's light in front, enough to kind of see. What does that extend out to? 30 feet for you?
No, it's 20-foot radius, and then bright light for 20 foot, dim for an additional 20. It can be colored however I like it. It's gonna be light.
What color do you want it to be, though? Just a radius, changing colors,
Oh yeah. Not for the moment, but Zaire will remember that. Oh, you can do that. Yeah.
All right.
And its duration's an hour.
Okay. So,
it's also at will, so if it goes out and when we're not in combat, I would light it back up.
Yeah. Yep. So you all begin your way in. So with Zahir in front, and I know Kami and Ziggy are kind of struggling their way through this narrow part of the tunnel here. What is the order of people going? Because it's going to be single file here in the beginning.
I'm flying slightly behind Zaire.
Okay.
I'll be close to the front. Maybe right behind Zaire.
I'll probably be crawling my ass up back.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be after you, Ziggy. I mean, before you.
Yeah,
Ziggy.
before me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, so you guys are kind of slogging your way through here, and it is not the most, ideal place that you ever have been. It smells musty and sewery and like decay in some parts. Like things have died down here, or dead things have somehow made their way down here. And occasionally you hear almost like trickling or dripping water from around you. Occasional rats are running through here, but nothing like you've seen previously. But you can kind of hear them squeaking and running around. And as you make your way in, you eventually come to a sort of split. And you can keep going straight, or you can go right. You can go, yeah. Keep going straight, you can go right.
Does the light, when I like shine it in both areas, is there like any indication of which way might be more traveled by the rats, or which way might be?
You make a survival check.
Oh, what?
Survival check.
Okay. My survival. Oh, a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as far as your light goes, there is nothing to the extent of the light in either direction. It continues kind of as far as what you've been doing. But as you kind of take a minute and listen, you hear sort of the running, dripping, trickling water more so straight ahead than to the right. So it seems like maybe more of like what you've been going through is straight ahead. And other than that, that's about it.
Okay. I'll relay the thought to the group and then continue going straight.
Okay.
I don't have any fucking clue where I'm going, so I'll follow.
Ever since I came in the city, I've been underground more often than I care for in a lifetime.
And here you are again.
Yeah, the wings were made for tunneling, actually. That's why they're there. Green and trapped. Yep.
Oh, you're so like, is that a joke from you feathers? Are you making a sarcastic joke down here in the shithole?
Shit.
Zaire, leading the way, can you just give me a perception check as you're moving through here?
Oh, fuck.
Why?
That's a 6.
Did you roll a 1?
Oh,
I rolled a 2.
Yay.
So as you are sort of joking with Tommy and distracted, you kind of turn back around, and all of a sudden you feel like you're kind of walking through the tunnel, and you kind of like, your feet are kind of in water, and then all of a sudden it feels like your whole body's in water. And you guys watch as he kind of all of a sudden just like gets engulfed by some like material.
I wouldn't be able to see it because I'm behind, like too far behind.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
And
The Kami can.
can I see this happening from up above?
I mean, you can kind of just like, you just notice all of a sudden he's just like, looks like he's walking through water, basically, like engulfed in water. And I need Zaire, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I dropped it. Hold on.
Oh no.
Everybody stop.
That was a good roll, too. Oh, this is better. 21.
Okay.
Woo!
So, you kind of like walk into this like water, and then all of a sudden you kind of just like manage to just like jump back from it really quickly. And you kind of take a minute and take stock, and you are out of whatever it was, and you are pushed directly back into Whirl or Delia. And Delia, you kind of like are like pushed back by him as he kind of comes back and enters into your space. And I guess let's roll initiative on this one for now.
Oh
my
shit!
God.
What the fuck
What
was
are we
this?
fighting? Like a what's that cube? It's like the jelly cube or something. What are we fighting? I don't know.
I don't know.
Blubber.
Oh, a flumber. Hey. Oh.
Damn it, world.
14 for Zaire. Man.
13 for me.
So we've got Jake, what did you roll?
14.
Okay. And Maeve. Always at the back of the pack. All
I have
right.
negative
It's
initiative.
true.
So we're gonna start with Whirl. You are just kind of like pushed back, and you don't really know what just happened, except for Zaire was in front of you, and then all of a sudden, like, pause for a minute, and then just kind of like jump back into you, and that's all you know so far.
If I'm honest, Whirl is probably going to react upset and annoyed. And she is going to say, what are you doing? And like push him back.
All right. Give me a strength check.
So much larger.
And Jake, you make strength check as well.
Not a saving
One.
throw.
Just a
Just
check.
A one. Not even a two. Just a one.
I rolled a 3.
You're joking.
Zaire, you get pushed back, and then you kind of feel Whirl, and Whirl, you kind of just push yourself backwards more so than him forwards. It kind of causes like this chain reaction back along the group.
Sorry.
Zaire, if you wanted to say anything back to her during this, like you have as like a free kind of reaction, you can.
There's something ahead. That's all I was gonna say. He has no fucking idea what's up there.
All right. Well, we're gonna. Is that it for you? Because you don't really know what's happening.
Yeah, probably.
All right, Kami, you're up. Kind of on your hands and knees, more or less, like hunched over in this like very thin tunnel tube.
Oh, I did it. What happened? I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what am I?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I guess
You're
I'll
just
hold an
kinda just
attack.
waiting.
For huh?
I guess I'll hold an attack.
With your glaive?
No, for right now, I'll do it with my hand axe because it's a teeny tiny space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. We're gonna go to Zaire.
All right, so got pushed back. I'll tell like something ahead. What do I see in front of me? Just like that wall of water.
After you got pushed back,
The light's still on.
the light is still on, and so after you kind of got pushed back, now you can kind of see there's like a sheen. And also as you kind of take a second to look now, you can see little like little things kind of floating in front of you. And you kinda, as you take a minute to look, it looks like kind of like bones and like other like clumps of like maybe like fur and things and just debris. And it is what Jess had mentioned. It is a gelatinous cube that has taken the shape here of the tunnel in front of you.
It is just like straight up the tunnel.
It is like
Gelatinous
you're in
cube.
essentially a 5-foot diameter,
Love it.
like tunnel, and it has taken up the entire 5-foot circuit.
Ugh. Gross.
And it's just right in front of you.
Cool. All right. I'm going to then cast. Yeah, I'm gonna gust of wind it. So
Okay.
Zaire's gonna try to like gust of wind to push it back away from us. So
That's what I was going to do. Well done.
Okay. So that is a saving throw of some kind, I assume.
I don't think it is. What it reads, I mean, it just says a line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts in any. Okay. Strength saving throw.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Saving throw for what though? Of my.
Whatever your spell save DC is.
Okay, it's Dex. That is, I think 15. Yeah, 15.
Yeah, your spell save DC is 15.
Yeah. I don't. Gust of wind is like the Eric Hawker race thing in D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Let me add it, and so I put it up separately.
If it's a racial one, you may have a different DC, but it doesn't matter. It failed it anyway.
Okay.
And so it gets pushed 15 feet away from you. Just back down this pipe.
Yep. That's my action.
Okay. All right. Where am I? Where is it? There it is. Okay.
Do we have a roll 20?
You're up.
Did you tell us what it was at any point?
Zaire
You guys kind of saw him. Like,
Oh,
you can
okay.
kind of peek through and you see some giant fucking weird shape just get blown down the tunnel.
Alright, I'm gonna be like, okay, I feel like we're fighting this thing. So I'm just gonna do one of my uses of Guiding Bolt.
So a
Actually,
ranged attack
sorry.
is going to be really tough because you're trying to go through essentially the entire party in a 5-foot space directly in front of you.
Interesting. Okay.
So you're in a very tough spot as far as how you can potentially engage here.
All right. What I will do then is I will just cast Bless on all of us. Well, Stoke on all of us.
Okay. So everybody gets extra D4 on saving throws and ability checks.
Yeah.
All right.
And then with my bonus action, nothing. I'm not gonna take a form right now.
Okay. So with that, let's see. So gust of wind lasts for up to a minute in concentration.
I use my bonus action to just like look behind me to make sure there's nothing there.
So it moved. Yeah, no, you're good. There's nothing behind you.
Okay.
You threw it 15 feet away from you with gust of wind, yeah? And it takes 2 feet of movement to move 1 foot in the gust of wind line. Its speed is 15 feet. So it closes half the distance back to you, and it is just slowly moving against the wind each time.
Damn.
This gelatinous cylinder is just very slowly trying to creep its way back through the wind. Also, meanwhile, this gust of wind has kicked up some scents in this very small space. It smells so bad. And it's just trapped because, like, the gelatinous cube has essentially formed a seal on the other side of the pipe. And so this wind is just kicking right back at you guys. It is unpleasant.
Oh no.
And with that, Maeve, you're up. I'm just curious how you guys are gonna deal with this right now. It's really funny.
What a great question.
Um,
Because only
Maeve
Zaire can really
going.
hit it with anything at the moment.
Realize I
Yeah.
was muted. Can I
Um,
yell something before my turn ends?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hey, how do we feel about just like slowly, moving backwards and like not using resources on this thing and just like slowly kill it? Because it can't catch us.
Just tell me
Maeve, you're up.
where
what's
to
up,
go.
what's up, Zahir? What's up, Zahir? Say it again.
I think.
Muted.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're muted.
Jake, you're muted.
I'm focusing on the gust of wind, so
Yeah,
I mean,
so like the
I
rest of us just like cantrip the fuck out of it, or like hand axe throw the fuck out of it, or sling the fuck out of it, and we just like slowly walk backwards until this thing is dead.
Maeve, you're up.
All right. I'm stuck behind what, 4 people, and then
You have basically no clear line of sight to this thing. I mean, you can like see it, but your chances of hitting it with anything would go through like 4 of your friends.
right.
And I think Ziggy has started to use his movement to back up a little bit in the tunnel.
Right. Really at a loss for what I can do to help anybody or to kill it. Let's see. I'm going to, yeah, why not? Cast a silent image down the pipe. And it's going to look like just another group of people, right? Like a group of, I don't know, a group of elves, because that's what I would be familiar with, to try and distract the gelatinous cube. And it's already being blown in that direction. So Maeve's thinking is that it will just start to like run down the tunnel toward the silent image.
Okay. So you're casting it, trying to cast it essentially on the other side of where the cube is.
Yes.
Okay.
And like farther down with some distance so that it has to move that way.
Anything else? Are you backing up with Ziggy?
And then backing up. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go back to Whirl. You're right behind Zaire.
Oh, good. I'm going to try. I don't know if this will work, but out of a panic at this large gelatinous cube coming our way, I'm going to try to cast Reduce on it. But it has to get a con 13.
It's the one thing it's good at.
Great.
Oh no.
18.
Fuck.
It's got a 20 constitution. It's got a +5 modifier.
Oh my god.
The theme of this episode is strong
+5?
boogers.
Strong boogers.
That was such a good idea too, honestly. Like I was like, how are we gonna deal with this? And that was so perfect.
Oh my
Cool.
God.
I'm gonna
Yep, fuck you.
see nothing happen and turn and just honestly start to fly the opposite direction.
Okay. You're tiny enough where you can make it through like where Kami is and stuff. Probably just at half speed.
Yeah.
But yeah, you make your way backwards as well. Kind of linking up with Maeve and Ziggy, who are also moving backwards. And we'll go to you, Kami. You just watched Maeve kind of like sort of fly / half crawl like over your shoulder in your head, like through the tunnel behind you.
God, what the fuck? What is happening? This is gross. I hate this already. I don't. God damn it! I'm not doing this. I'm gonna turn around and crawl back out after her.
Okay. All right. So you start to move backwards as well. Zaire.
Quick game question. Gust of Wind's concentration. If I cast another spell, do I drop it?
Only if the other spell is also concentration.
I don't think it is.
So if it's not, then you're good.
So I probably feel people like leaving behind me. And I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at it.
Okay.
And that is a Dex saving throw.
Like it can't miss.
It's right in front of me.
And it can't move.
It's gonna.
Roll a 19.
Ow!
-4.
Oh,
okay.
-4 is 15, which I think is still your saving throw.
15 is what I.
What? What a nimble fucking cube.
That's
damn.
Crazy.
So it takes half damage, right?
I think not if it's a cantrip. Was that your cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's your cantrip, it just takes no damage on it.
Yeah, this cube is kicking our ass, dude.
This fucking thing.
It's just a big.
I'll use my cantrip because I don't use all my spell slots for the real whatever we fight next. But no, it's fucking
Again, two great ideas.
gelatinous cube right here. Also, it'd be glowing, so then the people behind me would be able to see it.
Okay. Are you gonna move backwards as well? Or are you gonna stay where you are?
I'm gonna move backwards, and then we'll be able to fucking find us.
All right. We're gonna give you guys some more space between it. Ziggy, what do you want to try and do here?
Okay, so like I'm like, no, but like somebody has to kill it. Like somebody has to hurt it. We can't just go backwards. Alright, so I'm gonna
Yeah, there's another route. We
I'm
don't have to
gonna-
go this.
That's true.
Oh, we
Giant
don't?
boogers.
I think I might have missed that.
This giant booger plug is just walking.
Yeah,
away.
like let's can we just like let's back out and like see what the other way is first before we like waste energy on this thing? Or do we want to kill it?
I'm out of here. World's already facing
All right,
opposite
so I'm gonna keep
This
backing
is
out. I'm a
disgusting.
butt shimmy. If I hear no one say anything, I'm just butt shimmying backwards. I'm gonna use my action to quote unquote butt dash, and just twerk my way backwards. Just face down, ass up.
Hey.
We're gonna go to the cube's turn, and it's gonna make another strength saving throw.
Fucking cube.
It's gonna fail. And it's gonna push another 15 feet backwards.
We could murder this thing. We're just choosing not to.
And then just keep moving 7.5 feet.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Is
do.
it I'm not distracted by the
say-
other organic matter that it sees?
Can I just be like?
It's just going on stimulus, which is this wind hitting it in the face. Like it doesn't even know. Like it can't see anything. It's a
All right.
jellyfish.
Oh my god.
How about we just all like take turns taking pot shots at it?
Yeah. So right now, as it stands, there's no initiative. Like however you guys want to do
Yeah,
this, if
okay.
you want to come up with a
So,
plan. You
Zaire-
got literally infinite time to sit here and come up with a plan.
I'm like Zaire is pushing this thing backwards. We literally just I'll cantrip the fuck out of it. We like everybody just like we'll just take this thing down nice and slow. I'll do one, then someone else does one, then we just go backwards and forwards until it's dead.
I mean, I was just gonna keep casting Sacred Flame at it.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm just gonna.
All right.
Sorry, Eric.
No, this is very funny. I really, really appreciated this. It's hilarious. So let's say for the sake of time,
Yeah.
with gust of wind up, you guys all kind of like congregate at the intersection that you were at before, and with the room to maneuver kind of in that little like meeting of the tunnels, you kind of just rotate through and you can keep like hitting it with various things, and eventually it does die. The problem though And the reason why you've been seeing fewer rats was this thing was plugging up
Oh no.
the tunnel.
We did it right though.
So as it sort of, you've managed to kill it, and this sort of like gelatinous shape almost liquefies and spills out.
Wonderful.
You watch you see a number of the rats kind of like jumping at something in the distance, and you can now hear the sound of all the squeaking and like the same kind of like chittering of the rats. They saw your minor image, Maeve, and they went after it. So, you know, the rats are kind of jumping at them, and then the light kind of shines through, and
Let your light shine down.
there's sort of like this swarm of rats that now rushes down the tunnel at you all.
Cool.
Although there's still a gust of wind, actually, I believe.
Good for a minute.
It's good for a minute. Let's see if they. We're gonna see if they get dispersed by that or not. Yeah, actually, that's 2 failures. So, it kind of disintegrates. The rats kind of like all of a sudden get hit with what's left of that gust of wind, and there's definitely a lot of them out there, but they've sort of scattered now. And the tunnel's like open, but there's a number of rats that are just kind of like scattering around, but they haven't like, it's not the sort of hive mind swarm that you fought before.
Nice. Well, I think the path is clear now.
This is disgusting.
Oh yeah, it smells bad.
I'm so
Yeah.
sick of rats.
Continue on so we can get out of
I'm
here.
going to try to prestidigitation, like some sort of like nice smelling odor, like just like something to try and cover it up, and it might make it even worse. Like it might be like when you try and cut, like use perfume to
Freshening
cover up,
over some
like
dookie. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
right. Like I feel like there's nothing that's gonna help.
You
Like
spray
yeah,
the dog shit with perfume, and then now it will smell good.
yeah, it's just gonna smell worse. Ugh.
Yeah, it basically just mixes. It's like when you try and like cover up a smell with like Lysol, and then it's just
Yeah,
like the Lysol
yeah.
mixed with that smell, and it's like it's not really better.
Oh, nothing is gonna save us from this. Okay.
Um, so you guys continue your way through, and now as you move through it, so as you enter kind of like into the space where the cube was, you see that it was like feeding on a lot of these rats. There's a lot of little like rat bones and things that are in the sort of what's left of the cube's gelatin, and some that are kind of like half like digested, half kind of melted by the acid of the cube. And then a number of them are still kind of like just running around and things. But eventually you push your way through, and it opens up more into sort of more of like the like remains of the city mixed with kind of like the bigger sewer system that's under here. It's just a little bit more room. So like Ziggy and Kami, you guys are no longer kind of like hunched over. You have a little bit more space now. And there's still rats. Like as you guys are walking, they're like running over your feet. Every now and then you kind of like knock one off of your shoulder or something as they kind of try and like jump around and climb up. But as you get opened up into the more of like the open space, it's a little bit less of an issue. You're kind of like more in like the corners of the space and things. They're less just like all around you.
I have a question. You're
Yeah.
saying there's rats everywhere. Can Zaire try to grab one of them?
Yeah, I mean it wouldn't be hard, honestly. Like just pick one
Do I
up.
get one?
Yeah.
Can I crush it in my claws, please?
Yeah, it's easy enough.
Cool. I will use Touch of Death.
Mhm.
Suck the life force out of it and keep my temporary hit points.
There you go.
So yeah, you guys just see Zaire pick one up and mutter some stuff under his breath, proceed to crush the rat in his talons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Does that taste good?
I didn't eat it.
Oh,
Mm.
you might as well have.
I just absorbed
Yeah.
it. I just absorbed his life force.
Ah, even better.
So you eventually kind of come to a larger opening. There's like a set of stairs that kind of lead down. Looks like maybe these are like, again, parts of like the old ruins of the city now at this point. Zair's light is very much kind of the only light that's shining in here at the moment. And so it's tough to gauge kind of the size of the space that you're in from here. But there's a much more like pronounced sort of flow of water that you can hear running through here, kind of like under the city and out towards the ocean. And sorry, just a sec. Yeah, so you all find your way in. There's like stairs that lead down. There's the waterway itself. There's kind of like another walkway kind of like off to the left. It is kind of a maze. The rats here don't really seem to be giving any direction at the moment. Is there a way you kind of wanted to investigate? Or a manner that you want to go about this?
We're all like it's like a more open area,
We're
right?
open, yeah.
Yeah.
So Zair's gonna kind of like just like continue to shine the light and then turn back to the group. Like,
I'm gonna take a look, just like do some good old perception.
Okay.
Same. I have dark vision, so I can probably see beyond the light.
Same.
You can see up to 60 feet out then, yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to, I would say Ziggy and Maeve, if you guys want to make a perception check, go for it.
11 plus
19.
Hold on 1 second. Perception. Also 19.
Okay. All right. So, as you all enter the space and take a look around for a moment, you get kind of a better view of what you're looking at. And you kind of came in through one of these tunnels, and it comes out into like a little platform. Off to your left, it kind of drops off, and you can hear water running below it. Straight ahead of you, there is a staircase that leads down, and on the other side, you can kind of see there's another staircase that kind of goes back up into like another one of the tunnels that you guys came out of. And there's like a little walkway that leads kind of across the running water that you can hear down below you as well. And both of you pick up the very faint but rapid movement of something across sort of the far side of this space. But in the darkness, all you see is the movement. You don't really get a good look at anything.
We relay that to the group.
I'll whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah, whisper that back to the group for sure. There's something here. It's big.
Yeah. There's some rushing water. Looks like there's probably like a chasm we have to get across. But then
Where?
Yeah.
We don't
Hey,
think
where's
it's more rats.
I think it's more rats.
No.
You think? I don't know, Ziggy.
I think it's probably one of those big ass like mounds of
Horde.
rats. Yeah. That's what my thought is. We can't see it. It's too far
But
away.
But we
far is
we
it?
heard that they're. Yeah, how far away?
How far away is
How many
what?
feet? The
What we saw, what Ziggy and I saw.
It's like right on the outskirt,
Um,
right? So it's like probably like
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to
60.
say. But I mean, it's probably towards the edge of your vision, so
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
50, 60
60.
feet.
Okay. But we also heard about crazy other sorts of things in the sewers, so let's just be ready for anything.
Yes, true.
Do we hey, can you cast that on just like our oh, sorry, I should probably address who the fuck I'm talking to. Zaire, can you cast light on like just a rock and just like
Yep.
throw it over there?
Yeah, I have to touch it. Or yeah, I have to touch it, but yeah, if it's not larger than 10 feet.
I
Yeah.
look for a rock, just like a rock.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of debris down here.
Yeah, there's.
So I take it, switch the
Just
light.
what I was like, wait until we're ready, but like,
Okay.
I think like, throw this over there and then we take it from there.
Wait,
Sure.
can I just cast fairy fire on it? They won't know.
I mean,
They
they'll
won't
start
know
to
that.
glow.
Yeah, but do they know that they're glowing? And then we'll all have advantage on it.
It's very true.
True. That's true.
That's a
Okay.
good point.
Delia, do it. Yeah,
What if we did this? You
take
cast
it
fairy
down.
on it, and then when you do that, I'll throw the rock over to illuminate the area that it's around.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hell
Let's do
yeah.
it. So
Great.
I'm gonna cast fairy fire. I'm gonna fly a little bit closer and then cast fairy fire.
Okay, so in kind of the direction of where they said it was, I guess. Is that kind of what you're looking for?
Yeah.
And do you have dark vision?
I don't know.
You should.
Fairy?
Fairy. Why did my computer?
Somebody in the comments stream. Do
Yeah,
fairy
I have
vision.
dark vision. 60 feet in front of me.
All right. So that is a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your spell save DC?
13.
Okay. So you cast fairy fire in that area, and you kind of feel the spell take hold, but nothing outlined. Nothing appears from the fairy fire.
I'm gonna relay to the group. It didn't work. Oh,
Oh my goodness. Throw the rock over.
I don't think we have a choice.
Oh, nothing. I'm sorry. Well, it's up to you. You can also illuminate objects within a 20-foot cube. So,
Creature or object, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like nothing. You see kind of the faint glow, and you see kind of like some broken like pieces of like barrels or crates or things that may have been kind of stored down here at some point. Some larger pieces of debris, larger rocks and things. And so they're kind of giving off a very faint glow.
It's a violet glow, in case you guys are wondering.
But nothing that resembles any sort of creature or person or anything like that.
I don't see a person. I mean, I see objects over there, but whatever you said was moving isn't there anymore. Where the fuck did it go?
Might as well throw the rock so that we see it from afar before we just walk into it.
Question for Eric. Envisioning this, we're in pitch black, right? Like total darkness.
Except for the lights that you guys brought in, yeah.
Right, but as soon as I throw the light, it's about to go away from us and just illuminate another section of the room, the chamber.
Yes.
How far away is this section?
Again, it's like 50, 60 feet from you.
Okay, so we would be in total darkness then.
Yeah.
I mean, does anybody have a torch? I feel like this isn't.
I have a torch.
Yeah, slide a torch.
Okay.
I like to throw the rock and then we have a torch, you know?
We'll throw this rock, please. If you could light the torch after I do, so the rest of us can see our immediate surroundings.
Sure. Kami will pull out a torch and kind of like get some flint ready.
All right.
I can light it instantly. You're good, bro.
Okay, great. No problem.
And then Zaire will switch the spell from. Okay. Switch the spell from his amulets to the rock, and then throw it.
At the same time, I will instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire with Druidcraft.
All right. Okay. So you guys light the torch, throw the rock. The rock kind of arcs through the space, and as it kind of goes over kind of the edge of where the stairs are and down into the space below it, you catch a flash of movement reacting to it, as this sort of like shadow in the light just kind of like darts up in your direction. And it's very fast and very hard to see at first, but as it kind of like darts through the light, as the rock kind of goes over it, it looks like a sort of large insect-like creature that's like just like kind of doused in shadow, and it kind of like rapidly approaches up to you guys, and we'll get some initiative rolls here from this one.
Shit.
Nice.
Jeez.
Here we
Damn it.
go, fighting all the bugs in the sewer.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh man.
Yikes.
Well, if you beat a 10, you beat me.
I sure didn't.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my. Oh my.
Oh, geez. This is terrible.
All right, I got a 16.
Live, laugh, love.
We got a 16. What else?
Yeah, I got a 16.
Ziggy and Zaire.
I got a 6.
Oh,
No,
God.
7.
Oh,
Sorry. 7.
18.
Oh.
Your boy's not doesn't have initiative tonight.
Mr. Plus
All
4
right.
over there.
Huh?
Mr. Plus 4 over there.
So we're going to go, if you guys are in roll 20, I'll move you guys over there.
Oh, okay. Let's hope that our stream agrees with us.
So just the map is a little off because there is light
Ooh.
in those windows, but please ignore that. There's no light.
Got it.
But I really like this map, so I kept it.
Except for the torch and the rock.
Yes, there's light around you guys, but the light coming in from those is not real. Can this just work with me, please?
Where's the, oh, there's the insect. Oh, it's like a praying mantis?
It is a shadow mantis.
Wow.
What?
And the shadow
That's
mantis
cool.
rolled a 24 on its initiative. So,
It's higher than
was
I
fucking
rolled.
waiting for
If
us.
that anybody out there is
Yeah.
doing the math, it's higher than I rolled.
and because it goes first in its turn, it is going to use its rapid ambush ability.
I don't like the sound
Rude.
of that.
And it is going to run up on. God damn it! I have to turn this into a separate. Gonna run up on Zahir and Kami,
Huh? Well,
Yikes.
could be worse.
which are the two in front, and is going to lash out with 3 swipe attacks. We're gonna do 2 against Zaire since he threw the stone, and we're gonna do 1 against Kami. So the 2 against Zaire are 23 and an 11.
One of them hits.
And that is 7 points of slashing damage from the hit.
Nice.
And the one against Kami is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
Ooh, no.
And that
Dang,
will
I took the
do
life force out of that rat earlier.
5 points of slashing damage to you.
Okay.
And then it is going to use its bonus action using Shadow Stealth to take the hide action as a bonus action. And it is going to, you watch as the sort of shadowy form of the mantis just kind of like recedes into the shadows here in the sewers. As you kind of catch a glimpse of where it went, but it is just kind of like melded into the already kind of dark surrounding the area. But Ziggy, you are up. Are you muted? Oh, okay, no, you're not.
Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. So I can't see it, right?
It is hidden. And it hit pretty well, I'll say.
All right.
So you have a hard time
I'm just
kind of picking it
gonna.
up. You can make an attack roll against it, but it'd be a disadvantage.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look over to Delia and be like, "That was a really good idea. Let's try it again." And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on it. But I'm going to cast it. It's a 30-foot radius. Actually, let me check. 20 foot cube. I lied. 20-foot cube. And I'm going to place it like where I vaguely saw it leave my vision.
Okay. Yeah. Are you centering it on that point?
No, so like once it leaves my vision, that's where I'm going to put the front of the cube.
Okay. Got it.
Like it's like, so the front of the cube and then 20 feet back. And then 20 feet that way, yeah.
Got it. As a 25 on its saving throw.
Jesus!
This thing is quick, brother.
I mean, it's 25. That's rough. I mean, I was ready to use like my ability to lower it a little bit, but that's fucked. I'm gonna be like, okay. I just say to everybody, all right, this thing is gonna take some work, and I'm going to bonus action go into my starry form, start glowing blue, and I'm gonna throw a bolt at where I thought it was, so it's a disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, make you roll with disadvantage.
16 on the first roll, 12 on the second, so 12 plus 8 is 20.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. It's a D8 plus 5.
So you kind of throw it in that direction, and it's big. I mean, it's a large creature, so you kind of throw it in that direction and just hope for the best. And you do manage to you watch your spell kind of like impact something in the darkness.
Cool. I deal 3 plus 5, so 8 radiant.
All right. And there's kind of like a brief like flash as the radiant damage kind of lights up the darkness around it. And it kind of, you watch its movement kind of like scurry back a little bit. But it is in the darkness again and back to being pretty difficult to see.
And then I'm gonna back up a little bit, just to create space between me, Maeve, and Whirl.
Kind of like back here.
Wherever there's space, yeah, just anywhere where we're not like immediately next to each other.
Yeah, I'd say more or less you can kind of get over there. All right. Kami, you're up.
Okay. Kin's Fury.
Okay.
Bonus action. Oh, I gotta roll, huh? Dun, 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 dun.
Was it a 4?
It was 4.
You channel that,
Ooh.
and you feel that like ancestral energy kind of course through you, and you look for which of your ancestors has come to your aid during this time. But nothing. And you watch as that kind of Kinsbury just kind of drops and fades.
All right. Well, I will just like, damn it. And I'll just kind of like, I'm like, what are you? And I'm gonna just lunge forward
Sounds
with
like
the glaive.
when he's mad at Overwatch.
Take the glaive off my back and just go for a wide arcing swing.
Okay. Yeah, you can make that with disadvantage. I'm gonna move you kind of like over to where you think it is, more or less.
Oh, one of them was a natural 20.
Oh no.
The other one's still pretty good. It's a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's gonna be. Actually, I don't know. I have to be raging, right, in order to curse it.
I don't think so.
No, I don't. So I'm gonna.
But you'd have to attack yourself, not it.
I always mess that up every time.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna attack myself first to curse it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just roll the damage die.
Can I fucking this?
Keep it in the fucking tray, please.
All right. Well, it was a 1, thankfully, this time. So 2
Okay.
necrotic damage,
Okay.
and it is cursed.
Right.
Are we still stoked from the last? Dang.
No,
Damn
damn.
it.
Yeah, I think that faded, but that was a cantrip, right? So that was like.
Gotcha. It's a first level spell, but it
Well,
lasts
first
for a
level.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd definitely be over by now. Okay. Yeah, so you managed to kind of swing. You kind of like spot it there, and you kind of lunge towards it. Take a moment, swing the glaive kind of around across your bicep, and the kind of blood just sprays onto this like shadow, and it kind of recoils from it a bit. And is that it for you, Kami?
Yeah, that's action, bonus action. So that's it.
Maeve, you are up.
Okay. All right. I can see it right from what Kami
No, you
just did
cannot
for the
see
most
it.
part. But I can
It is-
see that Kami hit something.
You can see that he hit something, but it is still considered hidden from you.
Okay, so I'll see that something was hit. And as a bonus action, I'm going to go into my blade song. So I'm going to say like boom, boom. And then there's going to be crackling energy that emerges from me. My hair is going to go up. My eyes are going to go bright green. Looking a little crazy. And I'm going to bring out my rapier and be like, here we go again. And my rapier is going to start crackling with some green fire. And I'm going to attack with green flame blade. Sort of, I'm going to try to actually jump over Kami to just like swing in the air over his head.
Okay.
Sort of, yeah, like jumping off of, if I can manage it with my acrobatics, like jumping off of his back in a way, like stepping over and then swinging.
Farewell situation coming up.
This is where you say, Eric, I'll basically allow it as long as you don't roll a 1.
It's not going to be a 1. It's going to be a little bit harder than that. But give me an acrobatics check to see how it goes.
Oh.
You have advantage, Jess.
I do, and that's already a 17. So let's see. Dun, 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 dun. 17 and then 12. So I get a 17. 17 plus. Sorry, let me see. Plus 5. 22.
Okay. Pretty good. So you kind of like Kami kind of rushes up to it. You watch as his glaive kind of like swings through, like cutting his own arm. And as it does that, you kind of like run and kind of like swing yourself around his head with your rapier kind of out in front of you. And I would give you advantage on that, but because you're at disadvantage, I'm going to say make just a regular roll.
Okay.
As you kind of follow Kami's line from where he was attacking.
Right. 19.
19, yeah, still hits. So go ahead and roll damage on it. Hey.
Only a 8. That's an 8 plus 5.
Nice.
13.
So 13 damage. All right. And we're going to put you kind of over here.
Great.
And what else?
And I am then, because I took the attack action, going to attack again, but let me see what I can do with this. Okay, so I can use a cantrip in place of one of my attacks, which is fine. So, okay, so then I'm going to use Sword Burst on the creature.
Okay.
which is like a spectral blades are sweeping around me. So I've already hit it with my rapier. And then the creature
Okay.
has to succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Right.
That is a 19 on its saving throw.
Dex
Fucking deck
saves.
saves, man.
Quick.
It saves.
So
That's it for you?
So nothing happens. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
You just see all of these daggers just not hitting anything. They're just like flying
they're just
around.
cutting through the darkness, and you hoped that it had been in that space, but you lost it after your first attack. We're gonna go to Whirl.
did Roll go first?
She also rolled a 7.
We all three rolled 7.
Yeah, you
What?
both rolled 7s.
Oh, you rolled a 7? Damn. So it's still hidden, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my eye for detail, my bonus action first, to make a perception check to try to spot it.
Okay.
21.
Yeah. Something to spot a hidden creature. Yeah. So that will go against its stealth check, I think. Yeah. As you kind of take a minute and focus yourself, you see the sort of outline moving amongst the shadows of this already kind of dark space. And yeah, he's not hidden from you anymore.
And I'm going to pull out my short bow and take a deep breath while I'm watching it kind of move in the shadows and then release my bow.
All right, go ahead and make your regular attack roll against it.
Ooh. 14.
You can see it, but it's still a shifty creature, and it's kind of moving in and out of the shadows. And so you kind of loose the arrow, and you hear it kind of just clatter off the stone wall behind it. It's still very fast and a tough target to hit, even with being able to spot it clearly. Which is crazy. The only person who didn't have disadvantage on the attack missed.
Yep.
Is that it for you, or did you want to move at all?
Yeah, I'll move forward just a little bit up next to Zaire.
Okay. All right, and with that, Zaire, you are up.
Can I cast Bane on it?
You have to be able to see a creature to cast Bane.
The fire sword that hit it didn't illuminate the creature at all.
Not in the sense that it's still technically hidden from you.
Well, I was trying to help with the saving throws, guys, but
Hold action.
I guess I could, right? I could hold
So you see
Bane.
it, yeah.
Do I see it? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You could.
Yep.
That's what I
Okay.
was gonna do.
That'll be your turn. Unless you want to move, you can still move.
How tall are they? Are these like caverns that we're in?
I wouldn't say it's like a cavern. I'd say you're probably in like 10 to 15 feet.
It'd be awkward if I flew up in the air, like an awkward distance.
Yeah, it'd be a little weird.
All right, then I'll just like retreat a little bit.
Okay.
Like 5 feet, 5 or 10 feet. Yeah.
All right. The shadow mantis is going to emerge from the shadows. You can cast Bane on it. That is not a saving.
A charisma saving throw.
A charisma saving throw.
I
Yeah,
swear to God, if this is like a fucking like,
Tell me
if this is
charisma's
like a
good.
pretty bug, I'm gonna be mad.
-1 charisma. If anybody was curious.
Okay.
Same as me.
Roll a 6. Roll a 6.
All right.
So it is baned. So saving throws and ability checks, it's a -D4.
Ooh.
Thank God.
We'll bane it with. That seems like a good bane. cursed. He's baned. Lots of stuff going wrong for this bug.
Oh.
But he
Good.
emerges out, and he is going to lash out at. He's going to close the distance here, and he is again going to lash out at Zaire and Kami with his ability called Shadow Lash. And it is an attack that automatically hits. So you watch as its two little like pincer arms immediately just lash out, and for a second you think it misses you. You don't feel anything, and then you look down, and this sort of like shadowy extension of this bug, which is almost like phased through your chest a little bit, all of a sudden solidifies into like a corporeal form, and you just feel like this piercing in your chest. And you each take 9 points of force damage, and your strength score is reduced by 3.
What?
Whoa.
That's some bullshit.
No.
Oh no!
No bueno.
I need that.
Your strength score, not your modifier, if that makes anybody feel any better.
Well, doesn't that change the modifier?
Yeah,
It does, but not
one.
as much.
It changes it by 1 for you.
No, it changes it by 2. I go from 20 to 17.
What was your strength score before?
20.
20.
Oh, 20 to 17. So it
Yeah,
changes
so
it
you go
to...
from 5 to 4.
Yeah, it'd still be a 4. Your modifier would be a 4.
No, it would be a 3. A 17 is a plus 3.
Oh, you're right. Only 20 gives you plus 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I didn't think about that. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Super bug.
He is going to stay there after using his Shadow Lash, and he's kind of like extended out towards each of you.
Oh, he's right fucking there. Oh, he's gonna get.
And Ziggy's up.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and say, well, while we can still see the thing, how about we hit it? And I'm just going to use one of my guiding bolts.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
14 plus 8 is 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that's going to be 4d6. 4, 5, 3, 5. 4, 5, 3, 5. 17.
Yep. All right.
And
So
it is glowing. Actually, can I switch the order? Can I do that at... Never mind. It's fine. I was going to attack it first and then do the guiding bolt so that the next person's attack instead of mine had advantage. But it's too late.
yeah, I mean, you'll have advantage on your
Yeah.
bonus action attack if you want.
Nah. I'll leave it up for somebody else.
Okay. Any other bonus action you want to take?
No, I'm going to attack it. I'm going to use it. So a 15 plus. Let's see if I get a crit. I critted, so I will take that.
Ooh!
So it's 8d6 instead of 4d6. Oh, sorry, no, 2d8.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
2d8.
this is your bonus action attack.
Yes, 2d8. Which is a 6 and an 8. So that's
14.
14.
Great. Nice. Whew. Yeah, so you light it up with the guiding bolt, and you watch as this kind of shadowy form kind of like reacts to the light of the guiding bolt, and then as it's distracted, you hit it with your sort of starry forms attack. And it is reeling from that for sure. But Kami, you're up.
All right, I'm kind of like, be like, oh my god, and like look at my glaive and kind of like look around at this and she'll be like, "It wasn't a suggestion," and I'm gonna try and enter the kid's fury again.
Okay.
A 1 again. So she's
Okay.
back.
All right.
She really likes to support you.
She
Mommy.
does.
We love mommy.
Mhm.
No, it's great grandma. It's not mommy.
She's
Fucking
hashtag
gross.
mommy. She is
And you
hashtag
need
mommy.
a saving throw from the mantis, yeah?
I do, yep.
I forget which one it is, though. Wisdom?
Where did I have these notes? Oh, in the notes section. Yes.
Minus a d4. Puts it out at 3.
Oh, okay, well. So it can't take reactions until its next turn. It's frightened.
Oh, react.
Ah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Frightened
And I'm gonna
impacts reactions.
What was that?
Frightened impacts reactions.
I'm so all it says is it needs to succeed or become frightened, and then the next line reads, "Paralyzed with fear, those creatures can't take reactions until their next turn."
Yes. Okay. That's right. It's when it happens. That's the one turn. Yep, because it's distracted. That's what it was. I remember. Okay.
All right, so like eyes glowing now with my spectral, sort of like crazy lady coming up here. Now I'm gonna run at it like foaming at the mouth, and I'm just gonna fucking swing.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Swing, bada, 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 swing.
That is an 18 plus a lot, so 27.
27. Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hey.
So it's gonna be a 2, so I can re-roll it. And it's a 10, baby. Oh,
Yay,
my modifiers.
baby.
Oh, but then it cancels. Okay, so I'm raging, so it's plus an extra +2, but then minus +2 because my modifier goes up. Okay, so it's 16 slashing plus 6 necrotic. Wow, I maxed both damage rolls on that.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
So that's 22 damage.
22 damage.
All right. Yeah. So you
Beautiful.
kind of like take a minute to shake off whatever the hell just happened in the last 2 rounds. And then the glaive just cuts through the shadowy form of the mantis.
And here's the thing, I've been forgetting this every single time. Because of my ancestral guardian's feats, the mantis has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against me. And if it does hit a creature other than me, that creature has resistance to the damage dealt by it.
What? You've been forgetting that? You piece of
I've been so obsessed with my Echo Knight abilities, I forgot my barbarian subclass abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when multi-classing
good.
gets tough when there's like 7 bajillion fucking abilities I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Feel that.
One class
All
at a
right.
time, baby. All the way to 20.
And that's what remember last time too, that I was the druid, and I was like, no, I'm staying druid.
Mm-hmm.
No thoughts,
Is that it for you, Kami? Is
I'm sorry?
that it for you?
Yes, that's it.
All right. Maeve, you are up.
Right. I'm going to so you're brandishing my rapier, go and just do booming blade and just try and slash at it to take it down, seeing that it just took some significant damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's an attack. That's a crit. That's crit. Hey!
You guys are rolling tonight.
Finally. Okay. So I guess that would be 2d8 damage, and then if it moves, it takes normally 2d8 damage, but does that get doubled with a crit as well?
I don't think so. I think it's only the damage done on the attack, not from a lasting effect of it.
Okay. So
Yo, can you
2d8.
imagine critting on Eldritch Blast and just getting double the dice every single time?
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
So only 6 damage. And then I'm going to follow up because I get 2 actions when I take the attack action. So then I'm going to try my sword burst again. So spectral blades around me. And I'll attack for that. So that's actually a dex save for you. I don't attack for it.
Yeah. Sorry, let's see. So I think Kami would also have to succeed on a dex save. Because you are next to Kami.
That's okay. I have advantage, girl. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
16.
You're good.
11 minus 3 is
8.
8. So not enough. So it fails.
Yes. Okay. Amazing. So you take 2d6 force damage.
And what was the damage from Booming Blade?
That is, I believe, thunder.
No. Did you say a number for that? Did I miss it?
I did. 6.
6 damage. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, got it. And then this. Okay. Sorry, I'm caught up.
That's only 3 damage.
3 damage.
Yeah, force damage.
All right. This thing is, I mean, he's surrounded here. He's getting beat up. He's definitely taking some hits here. Tough to tell. He's kind of a shadowy entity. It's tough to tell how much damage he's taken. But, Whirl, you are next.
So while he's got his back turned to me fighting Maeve, I'm going to bonus action and make an insight check for my insightful fighting to try to do a sneak attack.
We don't need to because one of your, it's within 5 feet of another one of your allies. So as long as one of your allies is within 5 feet of it, you get sneak attack damage regardless.
Oh, just in general.
Yep. So anytime you attack it, if
Oh,
one of your allies is within 5 feet and you hit it, you'll get your sneak attack dice. Or once per turn, you'll get it.
got it. Okay. Well, then, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use my rapier on it.
Go ahead.
24.
Oof. Yeah, that'll hit. So you can roll the damage for the rapier and then also 3d6 on top of that.
Okay, so 5 plus 5, 10 for the rapier. And then 3d6. 5, 5, 4. Whoo!
14 more.
24 total.
Wow. Okay. So
Wow.
yeah, just slicing through this thing as it stands there. And then you're just staying there with it. You're staying engaged with it.
Yeah.
All right. Zaire.
Awesome. I just wrote down a question. If I make a melee spell attack, do I have advantage on it since it's a melee attack with people in? Because it's flanked.
Oh, like flanking it? Yeah, you would.
Okay. So I'm gonna make I'm gonna reach out to hit it with inflict wounds.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage.
What?
Go ahead and
What?
roll with advantage.
It's a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So it's 3d10 of necromantic damage. Oh, I didn't mean to. The 4. Oh, I dropped it again. 4, 6. So that's 7 or 16 necromantic damage.
All right. Got it. Okay.
And then I'm gonna spend, since I made a attack action, I'm gonna spend a key point to make 2 flurry of bows, make 2 talon attacks as a bonus action.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. I guess with advantage on both of those.
Yep. That's gonna be a 25 to hit for the first one, and a nat 20 for the second one.
Yes.
How many crits is that in this one fight? 4?
Oh, So I'll do the crit first.
Okay.
So
Bailey, I
that
love that you
is
just went like this.
just double the damage.
crit?
Modifier.
Ryan.
The double from the 1, yeah.
Yeah. So that's that's 11 for the crit of slashing,
Okay.
and then an extra. Would I get the modifier on the second? I'm making 2 attacks, so I'd get the modifier both times, right? So an extra 9.
I think the monks do, right, Theo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So an extra 9 slashing damage.
All right. Yikes. All right, is that it for you?
Pissed. Yeah, that's yeah, that's gonna be.
All right. Kind of taunted.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So I used. Never mind. I already used my bonus action. Nope.
All right. So it's kind of taunted by Kami. So it is going to use its multi-attack against Kami.
Rude.
It's going to make its 2 attacks. And, ooh, one of them's a crit. We just
No.
all critting today. And the other one is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, they both hit.
So we'll do the
Obviously.
first, which is going to be 14 points of slashing damage on the first one.
Reduced to 7.
Was that the crit?
And then the regular attack that hits is going to be another
Wait,
10.
does the Bane not affect attack crits?
Well, it wouldn't affect a crit. That's true.
It
I think
was-
Bane it's only saving throws and ability checks, though. It's not attack.
It goes in an
natural 20 on the die always is
Yeah,
automatic.
natural 20 is going to hit regardless.
when this target fails a saving throw, makes an attack roll or a saving throw.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So it subtracts it from attack rolls too. The last time you made an attack that didn't have a roll associated with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Call it.
It's a -1 on the D4, so it still has a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
And that was another 10 points of slashing reduced down to 5 for you. It is then going to try its best to leave. So first thing is when it tries to move, it's going to be hit by the booming blade damage. Jess, if you want to roll the booming blade damage.
I do. That is 2d8.
Just the 1, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is 1, right?
Yeah. Yes. 8.
How do you want to do this, Jess?
Ooh, okay, so as it tries to move, you just watch as the thunder damage just like hits its head, and its head just sort of goes.
I have this
Not
great
fully-
mental image of like it like splashing out at me like and Kami's like and then it just goes
It gets hit, yeah. It's just like hit, and its head just goes.
And as it kind of does that, its sort of shadowy form just kind of like melts into the darkness around you guys on the floor here. And yeah, that's it for that one.
well, fuck.
Shit.
Not
They
great.
weren't kidding. There's some weird fucking shit down here. Jesus Christ.
Does anybody
Who doesn't
wanna-
exist in this world? So forget I didn't say that.
How was everybody?
I knew a guy named Jesus Christ one time.
Jesus Cristo.
He's a good guy. Give me one.
Wow.
How was everybody?
Yeah. Does anybody need to rest?
I
No,
took a few hits, but I'm probably okay. Save it for, you gotta do shit. Save it for the battle.
No, I was saying, like, do we want to take, like, 30 minutes to take a short rest? 30 minutes.
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Are you sure? Trained as a cleric, I can help you.
Yes, I know, but I think it will be okay. Save it for the battle when it's actually, like, it looks serious. I'm okay for right now.
If it's a battle where it looks serious, I will be fighting the thing, not saving your ass.
I got him, dude. If anything goes down.
You could do both!
Then
Were you there for the
What?
fight against the dragon?
literally right up in it. No, he wasn't there. He was in the well.
Truth.
All right. Well, I think.
What?
Go ahead, Maeve.
Maybe it's trying to figure out what this is, like what this was, and if they're common in the sewers, if I would know that.
You make a nature check.
Okay. Well, that's not useful at all. 13.
I mean, you haven't seen one of these creatures in particular before, a shadow mantis specifically. But in your readings and things, you have heard of instances of creatures becoming sort of mutated in the darkness, especially in a place that has a lot of arcane energy, a place like Gel Lida, which is, I mean, it's got the Academy, it's got the Guild of the Magi. There is just arcane energy that exists within the city. And so, like, these things will just kind of, like, almost absorb, right, that arcane energy over time and adapt to this atmosphere that it's in within the sewers and the darkness. And so, like, it's something that could have come about on its own, but not one that you've ever seen before.
Ugh, he was right about there being some unique creatures down here.
Yeesh.
Ugh.
Well, we're still alive, so we must be doing something right.
Let's get out,
I
like,
guess
dude.
so. And we still haven't really discovered anything, so we should keep going.
For sure.
All right. Well, why don't we pause there and we can pick up down here in the sewers next time.
Bum, bum, bum.
Getting late.
Yeah.
Da-da-da!
I have book to read.
You have a book
You
to
do
read?
have
What?
a book to read.
I'm excited to read I've been reading a really good book, so I'm excited to.
Oh, good.
It's
Well, there you
very.
go.
Well,
It's
good.
funny because
Well,
it's like 11 for you guys, but it's only like.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's
It's midnight for us.
right over
Oh,
here
that's
for
right.
sure.
Yeah.
Well,
We
thanks for
are
everyone with the technical difficulty. Yeah, we did it. We did
We
it.
made it work.
We made
Thank
it.
you to the homies and anyone who's watching. Will watch.
Love the
Hey,
And we
homies.
will,
When are we back?
I think the 4th.
April 4th. April
Yeah.
4th.
April
Tuesday,
4th.
April 4th.
So we will come back and see if you can't find any more clues as to what's been going on here in the sewers beneath Gel Lida.
Fucking sewers.
The sewers.
I will look forward to it then.
So.
All right. Bye,
Awesome.
everybody.
Hey.